Donovan.
Isaac.
I heard that this past week of NFL football included an unsuccessful hate watch for you as a Los Angeles Rams hater. How are you feeling right now going into championship weekend that we are here to preview?
This was one of, I think this playoff as a whole, one of the most unsuccessful hate watch stretches that I've had in a while. On top of that, I think I was 1 for 3 in predicting these games.
Damn.
I thought the Niners had a chance. Smoked out. I thought the Bears had a chance. Interception. DJ Moore, keep running, please. And now, listen, if Matthew Stafford gets this ring, I'm going to be upset. Beyond belief.
You might be the only Matthew Stafford hater I've ever met, but somebody has to do it.
No, Matthew Stafford's just like the most normal NFL quarterback ever.
He's just very lovable.
Because he is the face of the Rams, and I told y'all how I feel about them.
Yeah, well,
and once again, they got it done.
We're going to talk today about all the games that happened this past week in divisional round, the ones that Donovan went 0 for 3. I mean, 1 for 3 is predictions. I can't rob you if you're 1. Can't take that from you.
Listen, I think I might have went 0 for 4. I don't know.
Wait, no. You picked the Texans. I think I was the only one who picked the Pats.
I can't remember.
I picked the Pats. Y'all picked the Texans.
This is the only one that I can't remember what I officially said, because all I remember saying is that the Bears would cover. I can't remember if I said that they would win.
I think we kind of were like, we want the Bears to win, but we all know the Rams are going to win.
Yeah,
maybe. So I'm gonna take this as my one win. One for 3.
Okay. Nevertheless, we're gonna talk about all the divisional games, talk about the crazy stuff that happened, and then preview the championship games in both conference. Get into it. Interesting outcomes here for the Final Four teams.
And it's decision day.
It is decision day. Before we get to all that, I almost forgot. Actually, it's not decision day per se, but Mo is one step closer to picking his favorite team in the NFL. We've told you guys for the entirety of the show, this whole first year is building up towards Mo picking the team that he will ride or die with forever. Today, he has 5 hats. He's going to lay them out and talk through his 5 options that are going to ruminate for the next few weeks. And in the episode after Super Bowl weekend, he will pick his team.
Finally, I get to pick something and feel something for the first time, because over the last, 4 months or so watching football, it's been a great time because I don't feel any pain, but also it's kind of feels like unfulfilling because I don't know what to root for and I don't know what to actually. I don't have no community to be back on or anything like that. So I'm excited.
Let's find you your home. Let's find you your people.
Let's see where I'm headed to.
You join the crazy ass Falcons fans?
God, no. We'll see. We'll see.
Cue the intro music.
Touchdown! Unbelievable!
It is officially time. Mo, I believe you have 5 hats in that bag?
You are correct.
There's 5 teams that you were going to choose that one of them will get the honor of your fandom. What do you start this conversation off wherever you'd like? Where do you want to start with?
I finally get to feel something, and I would be so fraudulent if I didn't pull out this team first to at least consider them. They're not out the running. To be honest with you, I don't know who I'm going to pick just yet, but I do know who happens to be at least one of the 32 teams that I will pick. Naturally, it should be the Falcons. Hometown team. I've been around Falcons fans my entire life. I know a lot about this team for not willingly but forcefully. Do I love this team right now? Meh. But I have certain qualifications when it comes to why I picked this team. First and foremost, I have to see overall talent, who you got on the squad. Obviously their defense has made certain leaps and bounds. They have Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and all that. But there's some caveats when it comes to talking about the Falcons specifically. I like to see where your team's been at over the last 5 years. Where they've been at over the last 5 years.
How do you feel that they hired a racist coach that put down a franchise legend's son?
That conversation is the most hilarious in Atlanta conversation ever,
bro. It is so.
Which I ain't gonna lie, just for that, yeah. Y'all out right now. It was really top 4, man. I can't associate myself with that.
Bro, on Twitter, it is a collective psychosis. It's crazy.
I saw somebody quote tweeted one of the rants where people were talking about Stefanski. These dudes want Metro Boomin to be the head coach. And then somebody else was talking about the Falcons, and they're like, man, they should have went out and hired Tomlin and then brought in Shador. It should have been like this. And then you think you run a football team like it's Magic City?
Bring in Shador. Yeah, I saw that.
They killing them. Yeah, Falcons fans, y'all honestly at this point, y'all don't deserve Stefanski if you are already hating on him.
Like, what do they know? I don't know why they're overly hating on
They
this.
know that he
thing.
fucked over Shador and he sabotaged him. Okay, obviously Falcons had to be on your list. You can, even if you don't pick them, you'd be insane not to consider your hometown team.
This is a cool hat though. It has the little peach on it.
Yeah, and then under it too, hella peaches on it too. Super cool.
Okay, showing some hometown favoritism towards the hat. I don't think they're all gonna be that cool.
Team number 2. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, that's a crazy, surprising pick. Okay.
I'm not going to lie. This team has been headed towards a fantastic direction, specifically over this season. That's one of the best years that they've had in a fucking long ass time. Liam Cohen
I'm shocked.
changed their fucking life. One of the most important things is like, okay, I need to see who your head coach is. Obviously, I like what the Falcons did. I like I've been loving what the Jaguars have been doing. Liam Cohen, you are great. You're a great head coach. You've been changing their goddamn lives. You are the fucking one, like that old lady said, 100%. And something that's very underrated too when it comes to who I root for, swag. I think they have some of the best jerseys in the entire league. I think they arguably might have one of the best jerseys personally.
He's hot.
I love their colors. I love their mascot.
They're considered to have one of the worst jerseys in the league by a mile.
I'm not going to lie. People consider that mean nothing to me right now. That means nothing. Swag is so important. How am I going to look when I'm rocking these jerseys? They had a fantastic year, and Travis Hunter didn't even get started. Parker Washington saved their goddamn life. Their defense with JHA has been amazing. I love everything that's going on over there, and I'm truly considering being a Jaguars fan.
This is definitely the pick of a neutral fan who's only watched one season of football, because nobody that has any other background would dare to pick the Jaguars as a favorite team off of like generational trauma and then nothing good ever happens to them. But you're right. The year you saw was great. They definitely looked like one of the more confident franchises in the league heading in the right direction.
It moved me, man. And specifically, what gave me a little bit more hope too was seeing Trevor Lawrence and how he's just like developed into, I don't know, top half QB at the very least over the course of over the last few games of the year. So Jaguars definitely deserve to be a part of this.
Okay, 2 teams, 3 left. Where are we going?
3
two
left.
2 very different teams so far. Or I should say very different reasons to be on this list.
Next, very important thing to me.
Very southern slanted though.
Yes, definitely.
We're going up north. I'm sorry. This is the New York Giants. Team culture is so important to me.
Yo, he's picking the worst franchise in the league back to
This
back.
is crazy.
Hold on, man. Now listen up. I want to have an opportunity to grow with the team. I want to have an opportunity to also, I've moved around a couple times in my life, and I've been in New York for a good amount of like random points in my life consistently. They just signed John Harbaugh. Insane bag. They got young talent. All of them are hurt right now, except for Jackson Dart, I guess.
He's probably hurt.
He's probably the most hurt.
Yeah, he's probably just banging his head on the wall right now as we speak. But regardless of the fact, they got the culture. They have pieces defensively. They have weapons offensively in Scatterbo, Jackson Dart, who I think can be viewed as underrated at times. And then hopefully Malik Neighbors turns into the star that he was 2 years ago. And they deserve to be on this list, man. I like New York, obviously. But the New York Giants specifically, y'all kind of cooking some. And I fuck with it, man.
Getting in on a young core early. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll be shocked if they're the final choice.
We will see. Next team up. 9.
Okay.
Now listen, I'm not gonna lie.
I see the gimmick that you're going through right now.
You think it's a gimmick? It's really not. It's really not. This team has good infrastructure. Now, obviously, like they haven't nailed the most important position in the sport over the last few years, which is like very, very concerning. But overall, I feel like something else that's important when it comes to all these teams in my rationale is like overall decision making, and they haven't made like the absolute worst decisions. Like of course, like the Sam Darnold thing bit them in the ass, but over the next 20, 15 years or whatever, we're not gonna, unless they win the Super Bowl and he just continues to go back to Super Bowl or whatever, which might happen. I don't know. The Seahawks are like that, obviously, but I value overall team strategy, and I feel like them constantly having a strong defense. Obviously, Justin Jefferson's there doing his thing as well. Side note as well, random side note, I really like the Vikings. Purple is my fucking color, and then on top of
that's
that,
the only
too,
reason why. When I first saw the hat, I thought it was a Ravens hat at first.
That's funny.
I'm shocked that you didn't go with them.
Nah. I didn't go with the Ravens, and I also feel like this is a team that I could also like grow with and see the pathway of them developing into once again, contender status.
This is the best organization you picked so far by far in terms of like last 20 years of organizational success and like smart decisions, like you said. This is the best team so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also arguably the most generational trauma out of the four.
A lot of the other ones are just like nothing good ever happens to them. Good things come real close to happening to the Vikings and they get snatched away.
Yeah.
So it's painful. The other teams just have no hope every year.
And the last team that we have here, some may argue that they're front runners. Currently, they're still in the playoffs, and they're probably going to be one of the next teams that we talk about. Should be to no surprise. But I love this team, bro.
Okay, where are we going with this?
I love everything about them. I love the QB. I've been watching for dumbass long. I love their wide receiver. Obviously, it has to be the LA Rams. Now, I love everything about this team. Their defense is ridiculous. Jared versus OD, dude. Like Kyron Williams, shout out to you. You helped my fantasy team year one because it was an atrocity.
Mind you, he won one game all season.
The biggest, I won like three. I think three.
He won the Constellation Bowl.
And then the Dew Bowl, I won. I didn't lose a game.
Great.
He did get that.
I did get that. But I value this team the most because it feels overall outside of the Vikings like the most safest and the most stable and consistent because obviously like we have the head coach of the NFL, someone who's how many like coaches are like come from his tree?
Like fucking 25
or something like that. It's insane. And seeing how he's just running all these like big ass tight end personnels and all that is so encouraging. And then they just feel like the most stable and consistent team. The only thing that I hate about this team, I don't know if I love the colors. Like this dark blue and yellow. I just don't know if I fuck with it. But I like overall the overall logo and design. Puka Nacua is my favorite wide receiver in the league. He reminds me of like certain shit. At times he feels like very different players, but at times he feels like someone like Julio Jones, who I obviously grew up watching. Very different players, but in terms of just like size and stature, just looking different, I value that.
Okay.
And so
I will let you know. I think they're one of the 5 teams that filed for new jerseys next year. So they're going to be changing some stuff up.
That could sway me.
If I remember correctly, I think they were one of the teams, as well as the Falcons. The Falcons are definitely doing it.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to all these teams, obviously, like I feel like I have like close personal things. Like when it comes to Atlanta, obviously I'm from there. I lived in New York, Minnesota Vikings. That was my high school colors and team logo, mascot or whatever. So for whatever that means. And LA just feels kind of random and slightly out of pocket. But I just love this team so much. They bring so much joy whenever I
like
watch
that.
it
You were
play.
talking all the season. You've been like, I gotta pick the team that has the best next 3-year outlook. Fuck that. Pick with your heart. It sounds like the Rams are coming to your heart. So okay.
So far, yes. As of now, I will say there is a hat missing from here, and this hat may be chosen, may not be chosen. I'm not sure, but I wasn't obviously tripping too hard, and that's why I didn't feel like I wasn't hell bent on picking up the hat at Lids or anything like that for this case because I feel very confident in these specific 5 teams right now. So this is my list.
No Chicago Bears.
They're cool. They're great. Obviously, I'm here. I feel the spirit. But I don't know. They just don't do it for me necessarily. It does feel perfect because I'm here. Caleb Williams, everyone was calling him a bust last year, completely rewritten his whole entire reputation. Ben Johnson's first year head coach going berserk, just reigniting the like whole Chicago football scene in general, making things matter. Lessening crime rates while I'm here, which I appreciate because I know where I live. I feel bad about not having the Chicago Bears here, but also I don't because you're the Bears, and also like you could be my secondary team. No one really cares about that for real. So these are my teams, man.
It makes sense.
Any other surprises?
No, but if I was setting the odds right now, the Rams are like the heavy favorite because out of all of them, when you said the Rams and you were talking about the head coach, you said we have the head coach.
He's already decided. We got him.
He said we. It's done. It's over. He's a Rams fan.
Are you a Rams fan?
No, I'm
Are
not
you
a
decided?
Rams fan. No, I'm not a Rams fan.
You can decide now if it's true.
No, I'm not a Rams fan. I'm honestly like,
Okay, you're not a Rams fan, but are you decided in your head? Do you know the answer?
no, I swear to God, I don't know the answer. I don't know the answers at all.
He's gonna show up. Listen, that's the decision that I made when I woke up this morning. I didn't really know, but I'm taking my talents to LA. Like you're really trying to cosplay as LeBron right now.
And I'm not. I
You
promise you.
So you don't feel confident after a whole season once you pick this team, are you going to stick with it forever?
110%. When it hits, it hits.
That's a bad sign. You don't feel confident 2 weeks out?
No, not just yet, because there's so many good organizations to root for, and
You picked the worst ones?
Nah, I mean, like,
You did.
The Falcons retained their defensive coordinator.
The Falcons are the
Shout
Falcons.
out to you.
The Falcons are a
You're
terrible
right.
organization.
They are the Falcons. I think when it comes to all these organizations, the one with like the best outlook is either the Vikings, outside of the Rams, obviously, the Vikings or the Jaguars. I feel somewhat confident in them.
You picked 3
actually
bad
doing
owners
something.
on this list.
Yeah, but
Then the Vikings and Rams. Well, I'm sure. I don't exactly know I don't remember who the owner is of the Vikings. Seems like they're more stable. But yeah, you picked 3 famously bad ownership groups.
at the end of the day, I'm just looking forward to riding with my future fan base in the future, so I can feel something, so I can root for someone, so I can feel camaraderie again, so I can, when I have days where I'm feeling like a fucking loser, hey man, we won, we champs. There's some Indiana fans right now. So someone who's a fan of Indiana or whatever who I follow, they're like, woke up a champion, brother. You didn't do nothing, but I feel you, and I wish I could feel that right now.
I will say, if you want to pick the Rams and they win the Super Bowl, still pick them.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I won't feel bad about it at all. Like, honestly, like the Rams hold a certain value in my heart to where it's just like, okay, I can say like confidently, outside of like Cam Newton and the Panthers and his run back in 2015 or whatever, like you're a part of the reason why I actually really enjoy rocking with this sport. Because this transition wasn't fucking easy necessarily.
Bro, you're describing being a Rams fan. Like, this is they have a special place in your heart and made you like the sport. If that's the case, and the other teams, you're like, yeah, I like Jackson Dart. Like, you better pick the fucking Rams then.
Nah, I mean, obviously, I like all these teams specifically.
I like
Like,
Liam Cohen.
I veer towards them for a specific reason. You know?
Okay.
They all have their different reasons. There's certain categories that I
No, for
like,
sure.
weigh out
We just
differently. So,
we hear the emotion coming out of one more than the other.
yeah, man. I can't wait to feel
Shout out
something
to
'cause
Jaguars 1 year turnaround
Brother.
versus the Rams giving you reason to live.
when I pull up in this teal jersey, no
He said,
one
I
can tell
see
me
Puka
nothing.
Nacua in my dreams.
Puka, man. He's so special. He's so special.
So that being said, that is Mo's top 5 teams he's going to choose from. Stay tuned. Over the next several weeks, he will make his decision.
Facts.
Now, with that being said, let's transition over to recapping the divisional round of NFL football. And let's start with none other than our now hometown Bears that lost 20-17 to the Los Angeles Rams in what was a ridiculous game that had what I think might be the greatest throw I've ever seen in an NFL game, considering the stakes. And I've seen Aaron Rodgers throw an 80-yard Hail Mary. I've seen Eli Manning's famous catches. I've seen bigger moments that are like have Super Bowl, what's the word I'm thinking of? Impact on the Super Bowl, stuff like that for Eli Manning, or like forever throws you think about in Aaron Rodgers. But given the moment of the game, I think this Caleb Williams throw might be the single most exhilarating play I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think that's the right word. Exhilarating.
Yeah.
Because like one, it is up there on the short list because you're fading away throwing the ball 50 yards on a dot
While getting bull rushed by 300-pound dudes.
Yes, you sprint backwards and evade 3 rushers that are athletic guys. Like, you're getting like edge rushers, and you have to have a crazy burst to get back. And then you plant 2 feet, can't take a step forward at all. In fact, you're stepping backwards off a 2-foot platform, perfectly accurate to the back of the end zone. It's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it is like, if you never saw football, anything, or if you have watched football and you think that Caleb Williams is going to be on this like Hall of Fame trajectory, that's going to be the first play on his highlight reel.
Yeah.
That's the first play that encapsulates everything that Caleb Williams does and the things that he is spectacular at. And even though that he hasn't been like the most, perfect, pristine quarterback throughout his career, throughout these playoffs, you are okay riding and dying with Caleb Williams because he has the ability to do that. And there's probably 2 guys in the league who have that ability that can roll, that can run around and throw this fading 50-yard bomb into the back of the end zone. And all of that only just to lose obviously sucks, but like if you are a Bears fan, you feel very confident in like where the direction of your franchise is going now.
Yeah, a lot of people would say like there's no such thing as a good loss, but this loss is like the definition of it, considering the context of this team and where they were at last year, all the different things and certain speculations made about Caleb Williams and whether or not he was the guy or whatever. And bro, like this loss right here, they gave him a great run for their money. Specifically, I like how they went out and why it was so admirable outside of like the whole Caleb Williams thing is, bro, like their defense like showed up and they applied so much pressure to Matthew Stafford in so many key moments, and seeing how like they've just like in a singular game, of course, like obviously the game they prepped for this, seeing how they just sat down on a lot of these guys and created like minimal separation or didn't let out much separation from these receivers, and seeing how their secondary stepped up was immense, because this Rams team is obviously like arguably the most explosive offense in the NFL.
Yeah, so that was one of the takeaways is, wow, if we had a healthy secondary for the entire season, shit might look different.
Yeah.
I didn't think this was going to be a terrible defense for the year. I thought it would be like a nice, solid defense because the secondary talent is so crazy. Having Kyler Gordon in the slot, having Jalen Johnson, this should have been a decent average defense that, you know, the pass rush wasn't what we hoped it could be, but the secondary should have been a strength. This game was exactly the proof of concept of that secondary being able to at least hold their own and allow games to not be 33 to 30 point shootouts every time. And yeah, I guess it is a good moral victory. I mean, a good moral loss if you're ever going to have one. But it does suck to know that you were one DJ Moore jogging through the most important route of the game away from beating this team and being able to have a legitimate chance to make the Super Bowl. Of course, you know, they are ahead of schedule. They weren't supposed to be here. You'll be back. Caleb Williams is ascending. When you're this close, if you make the divisional round, damn sure you make the championship round, you can win the Super Bowl. Like, you never know football. Anything can happen. I'm sure it's like you can give the consolation prize and tell yourself you can be back. Still probably hurts to fumble what was a surprisingly great opportunity.
Yeah, it does. It does hurt, but also like, and the only reason why I think it's a moral victory is because the game went the way that every other game has went, which is you're playing in a very unsustainable way. Like you can't go down, 7 to 10 points every single game, and then as soon as the fourth quarter starts, now it's like, okay, we're gonna sit up in our chair and actually start to play and make these comebacks and stuff like that. So everyone kind of knew, like, hey, I don't really know what's going on here. This season is kind of crazy. I don't know if we're gonna win these games. I don't know if Caleb has another like magic moment, but I'm just here for the ride and it's a good time, so I'm enjoying it. And that's
you just described the entire Bears season.
Yeah. And it was a great ride. It was a fantastic ride.
Yeah, but for the Bears, I think obviously there were so many small things of execution, whether it be in the first quarter or in the fourth quarter overtime, the DJ Moore route that we're talking about, a lot of some roam drops,
that first one, the first drive of the game, dropping the touchdown.
That's so
I want
costly.
to throw up.
Yeah,
that's
and
so
there were missed opportunities for the Bears to actually come out and strike first, and then put the pressure on the Rams to respond, and they weren't able to do it. And then at that point, you are responding for the rest of the game, and that's just a hard way to live.
Yeah, a lot of things to talk about this game. One of the bigger headlines that had a lot of people talking was the aggression of Ben Johnson going forward in every fourth down. That he left points on the board because the first drive of the game went for it, didn't get the points instead of taking the 3. I think that was one that had the most debate, just because it was an early drive and people just were like, it would make maybe a little bit of sense to take your points early in the game and like keep things going. Went for it there. Went for it again several times. I think they missed 2 of the first 3 fourth down conversions, scored a touchdown on the other. So overall, it worked out. I think they did 4 and they ended up with 10 points. So it ended up like the math worked out. But, when you go into a game that goes into overtime, a lot of people were going to say those 3 points would have been the difference. We wouldn't have been in this situation. So that was quite the point of consternation online. Everyone's like, are we just fully out on field goals? I missed the days where we took our points. What happened?
So I understand both sides. I think I'm upset with him going for it on fourth down and being as aggressive as he was and not going for 2 when they get the touchdown. If that's how you're going to live, cool. That's how we live, right? That's how we play football. If that is not the case, then we are going to take the points every single time. We're going to be conservative. We're going to take, the thing that seems a little bit more sure in hand. And the Bears didn't do that. So whenever Caleb got the touchdown, in my head, I thought they were going for 2.
I get why you say that. Like, it makes sense logically. Like, if you're going to be aggressive, be super aggressive. It worked. Like, that feels to me, to get the extra point and go to overtime, the perfect balance we really want of being aggressive while also not being too aggressive. Like, I don't want to have the game come down to a short yardage situation when my short yardage situation has been bad all game. Yeah. I want to go to overtime, see what I can do, see if I can get a stop, and all I need is a field goal. My defense has been playing above their heads all game, doing a better job than expected. I'm going to trust them. That felt to me like adjusting as the game goes on and not necessarily being too overzealous with the aggression, which I think if he would have went the other way and not got the 2-point conversion and completely sucked the life out of the stadium after that crazy play instead of riding the momentum at home, people would have been insanely mad.
Yeah, people are going to be mad regardless, whatever way you want to slice it. And me personally, I agree with the line of thinking that Ben Johnson did do. You weren't converting as much as you want the entire day. Why go ahead and force it again where you can safely secure? At least you have a couple more minutes in overtime.
Yeah, and they got to overtime, forced to punt immediately. Like, the plan worked out completely. They rode that momentum, and the defense got to stop because they had the energy of the crowd behind them. It completely worked. Then we just get to the interception that decides the game, because either one, you think Caleb Williams giveth and Caleb Williams taketh away and threw a terrible ball that only the safety can get to, or two, you think DJ Moore needs to be fucking cut tomorrow because he sold the game by running a crosser route that he was supposed to. I wouldn't say supposed to. I guess we could talk about this. Caleb Williams was on the assumption that he could flatten him out and lead him to the open area of the field underneath the high safety. DJ Moore was not under that assumption. He took the route up high and made it a deep crosser. And not only did he do that, he jogged halfway through because he thought the ball wasn't coming to him because he saw the safety. And that was a complete miscommunication, which led to Caleb Williams trying to lead him to flatten it, and DJ Moore kind of just standing there and having no chance of getting to the ball. All he has to do is either one, have the IQ to flatten the route with Caleb. That's a hard thing to always be on the same page. I kind of understand if that doesn't happen. But if he just runs hard the whole time, he at least makes a contested catch, so it's not a wide open catch for the interception.
Or be in position to where you can break it up.
That's what I mean. Yeah. If he still keeps it a deep crosser and still doesn't necessarily make the high IQ move of flattening out, if he runs hard, he will meet the safety there at the same time.
Which is why I'm on the side of they probably should have went for two, because I understand the idea of the plan worked. However, what I would say to that is if the plan works immediately, your strategy then gets decided by a coin flip. You now have another 10, 15 minutes or into infinity if you keep tying of variables that you have to account for. It took you 4th and 5 and the craziest play that you've ever seen in your life just to get to that point. I'm ending this right here. When I'm not doing it. We've had a very little success in the second half as a whole, marching up and down the field, converting on actual touchdowns in this game. As soon as we get that, perfect. That's the miracle that we needed. We got the miracle. Let's line up our best 2-point play, and that's it. And what I would say for a lot of the other short yardage things was, I'm very surprised that they didn't utilize Caleb's legs and weaponize them as much as I probably would have liked. I think there were a couple short yardage situations that ended up just being, I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna hand the ball off, and we're gonna try to overpower them. When you could be a little bit extra in the run game if you have Caleb's legs. And I think in short yardage situations, especially in a 2-yard window on like a 2-point play, that's something that probably could have been brought into account and could have helped a little bit.
Yeah, of course. But I think that goes more towards Chris Shula and the defense of the Rams doing a really good job of limiting them. They had Landman spy the entire game on him, and they did a really good job, specifically with the escape routes. They do a great job of really, really spreading their even fronts. And the announcers were talking about it during the game, that they really made it so with their wide even fronts and with Landman spied, and whenever they were in these two linebacker sets with the middle, they did a great job of playing those lanes and kind of making Caleb have to pick one of two lanes because there's all of a sudden a much better front to not let him get to the outside. So I'm sure he would like to run more, but they did a great job of limiting that. And it goes both ways.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he has to turn into like prime Mike Vick out here and have 15 carries. But I do think that in a one play scenario, and they did use him one time. They had him on a sneak one time, so there was that. I just think that overall, like, you probably could have built it in a little bit more. And I would have trusted him. And I think, again, if you're being ultra aggressive, switching up the philosophy towards the end of the game is just a little bit like,
So are we trading?
It's just interesting.
Are we trading DJ Moore to the Raiders for a 7th round pick, or are we just cutting him because we want to get him out of our face?
Cutting him is insane.
So it's more likely. That's probably what's going to happen.
Is that true, bro?
Yeah. Because in the NFL, you don't really it's hard to trade contracts quite as much like the NBA because a lot of them, they're not fully guaranteed. So you can just cut guys and save money. That happens a lot more often than you think.
That's ridiculous.
So he's honestly probably going to get cut just for all the not for this one game actually.
Yeah.
I bet it doesn't help. I bet that leaves a stink in your mouth that you're already kind of thinking there hasn't been the best effort play by play and there hasn't been all this stuff. a trade wouldn't be shocking to me if that actually happened. It feels like the culture of this team with the new Ben Johnson stuff. DJ Moore wasn't their guy. I would not be surprised at all. In fact, I think it's more likely than not he's on a new team next year.
I don't remember like Bears fans, at least going back to like last year, ever being for real happy with DJ Moore and his output.
Since he got paid, nobody's been happy with his effort level.
Yeah. And that's why, like, at the end of the day, when I come to a conclusion with this Bears game and how it panned out, I look at Ben Johnson. Great game. This is not on you. This is simply on the execution of the fucking players, specifically him right there, DJ Moore. So you got to live with it.
Yeah, I think for the Bears, for the Bears, they obviously could have been cleaner on a lot of their execution and stuff like that. I do think that for Ben Johnson, there are some moments, and we've been talking about it, where he kind of has to figure some things out. For the Rams, shout out to them though, because they came into a situation where you're going on the road, you're going into a place where the crowd is going to be as hyped as ever. It's 10 freaking degrees outside.
They got to put cayenne pepper in their goddamn socks.
Yeah, and they were able to go, and they were able to do exactly what was needed. And I think I am a little bit worried though for the Rams, just because last week you find yourself up 14 against the Panthers, and you kind of have to like fight your way back, or not fight your way back, but that game ends up being a fight. And now we're in this game against the Bears, and this defense that isn't fantastic, and you go into overtime and score 20 points. I haven't seen a dominant version of the Rams over these last 2 weeks. And so going into next week, into the matchup with Seattle, where you had 5 turnovers in the first game, won by 2. You lost the second game because you blew the lead in the fourth quarter, and Seattle's offense and overall just ethos, because they had the special teams play, they were able to get going. They look 100% primed to go in and just dominate everybody. I wonder how the Rams moving forward, if we are going to get like the top end of the Rams going into next week.
On my notes, when I was just having like rough thoughts about each team for the Rams, I just wrote down looking very touchable.
Yeah, especially
you're in proximity always.
Both these games, especially the first one, the first one was not a good Stafford game. He was under pressure nonstop in the wildcard round, and like they got out. It wasn't the most encouraging game from Stafford to the level we know we can play. A lot of this game was the same way. They got some success in mostly, I think it was the third quarter, blitzing him more. In the beginning of the game, they weren't going quite so blitz heavy. They started pressuring him in the second half, and you started to see some stops back to back, right? There's the reason this wasn't a high scoring game. In the end, the fourth quarter, he clutched up in that overtime game, that throw to Devontae, like ridiculous. Like he ended up coming in back and having one of the greatest throws I've ever seen to Devontae Adams. He did the same thing at the end of that first wildcard game. He had that touchdown in the quarter to, who was one of the tight ends, caught that touchdown deep, I think.
Parkinson.
So they've come, whenever they needed it, Matthew Stafford played like Matthew Stafford, so it's been fine. But it's been clunkier than you'd like to see. And I think the DB room has also been clunkier than you'd like to see. It hasn't been quite as dominant as it was in the early half of the season, whenever they were like, whoa, we found all these old parts that teams didn't want. We got Durant playing great defense, Forbes playing great defense. Second half of the season, they haven't been a top 10 scoring defense at all. And I think in these games, you start to see a little bit of that too. All that kind of bodes to the Seahawks kind of being able to do whatever they want.
So, I mean, right now, I don't know what the line.
We'll get into that after we do the divisional game. That'll be something to think about. But I agree. We definitely need it. And Sean McVay talked about this in the post-game presser too, that it was uglier than he wants to see. He said he didn't do a good job. And I think a lot of people would agree with that. The game management wasn't fantastic. The going away from the run in the second half wasn't fantastic. A lot of decisions just weren't peak Sean McVay. I think we're seeing Sean McVay call great plays and be an amazing play caller like he always is. But the game management aspect of the head coaching hasn't been fantastic, along with some of the pressure on Stafford. So extremely touchable.
Yeah. Which is super
yeah.
It feels weird, but also on point, because at times throughout this entire year, we've had several teams for 2-3 week stretches look like they are the juggernaut that we've all been waiting for, to say they are the best team, they are the favorite hands down, and then they'll come out and they'll have a loss to the Panthers that's super weird, or they'll have some weird loss to to the Saints or something. And so the up and down nature of the season, it makes sense that even though we're going into championship weekend, there's still like 3 of the 4 teams here are not playing their best football right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of parity here. And it's, especially with the Rams, they are a very stars and scrubs type of team. Their strength units, incredible. Their weaker units, like I said, we're finding cornerbacks on the scrap heap that weren't doing good in other situations and saying we can fix them. So it kind of stands to reason that they have this up and down nature all season when you have the best wide receiver duo in the league, dominant defensive line, amazing quarterback, and then a lot of other units that are cool, that are good enough when you have elite coordinators on both sides of the ball, but they're not nearly as, especially defensively, not nearly as well built talent wise up and down the roster as like the Seahawks.
Yeah, they've had. You're definitely right about that. Like that's. I remember. I don't remember if we. Yeah, I remember one of the stronger talking points was, of course, towards the beginning of the season was how their secondary was kind of suspicious, and then they've had their ups and downs just consistently throughout the year. And I feel like they're just one of those teams where I've have less and less faith in them actually doing the thing, because it's overall felt like a downward trend considering where they were. They had the number 1 seed locked up. Going back to what you said, yeah, they got into it with the Panthers, ended up losing, got into it with the most random team they just shouldn't be getting into at all, because they should be like favorites. They were one of the top 3 teams consistently throughout the entire regular season.
They still come win the Super Bowl. They're still very much in the mix. So this isn't doom and gloom, especially like the secondary. The cornerback room isn't great by any means. Cam Curl and Cam Kitchens coming through and making play after play after play, including the game-winning interception. Like, they do still have players that are making plays at the right time. Chris Shula is a fantastic defensive coordinator. Again, we'll get into the NFC Championship game soon. Just a little more creaks than you'd like to see for a team that I think probably should be the favorite when you think about the strengths and how strong they are.
Yeah.
But, sweating it out a little bit with the Chicago Bears, sweating it out a little bit with the Panthers.
Yeah.
Noticing. Let's finish out the NFC real quick on the quickest, most uninteresting game of the weekend. The Seahawks blitz the 49ers.
Straight belt.
Straight belt.
They never had a chance.
And I will say, we're not going to talk about it much of this episode, but this is the biggest blemish on the Eagles season that they got their asses whipped by the 49ers team.
I was so mad. I was so heated. Even like, especially once the whole round was over and you get that shot that's going around where you have the 4 cartoon quarterbacks going around, and you look at the 4 teams that are there, and I'm like, bro, we would have won the Super Bowl. like we could have legitimately gotten back there, and the fact that we blew it against a team like that, it's awful.
Yeah, but shout out to the 49ers. They made it so far when we wrote them off after week 5 when their 2 star defensive players got injured. The fact that they even got to a chance where they can win a playoff game is crazy, given the roster and given the health issues they had. But ultimately, that goddamn power plant won out in the end. More injuries happened in this game. CMC went out, came back in. They just got blitzed by a much, much better team. The Seahawks are playing by far the best football in the NFL right now. We're talking about all these teams feeling flawed in different ways that we don't know who's going to win. The Seahawks don't feel flawed right now. The Seahawks feel like if we were to take away all the emotion we have in the quarterback position and name recognition and like who's been here before and all the different things that we value when it comes to predicting champions, the Seahawks should be head and shoulders a favorite, and they showed it.
110%. They head and shoulders feel like they have at least all around like the most flawless team in the entire league when it comes to their interesting back situation that's been happening over the last, 7 or 8 weeks or so. Of course, like their secondary is ridiculous. Nick Imamori is insane, one of the best at his position. Brother, like this defensive line is like one of the best in the league as well. Gray Zabel is one of the best rookies, but like all around it's just like, it's hard to poke holes for this team. It's hard to look at this defense also, and
they have a defense that's as good as the Houston Texans.
And I feel like that's so under talked about.
Well, I don't know if it's under talked about, but it's certainly like the fact that they have that while also having an offense as explosive as Jason and Sam Darnold have been throughout the course of this year, more so in the first half of the season than the second. It's a lot different than having CJ Stroud back there in a struggling offense. Like, they really are a complete team right now. And Zach Charbonnet is out for the season now, tore his ACL. Hey man, they unleashed Kenneth Walker for one game. He went stupid. Who would have thought? So like, it sucks they don't have their goal line back. And obviously, you want to have the dynamic room they've had all season. I'm sure they do that for a good reason. More Ken Walker touches doesn't necessarily disappoint me if I'm a Seahawks fan.
I know.
So again, it'll really come down to, can they get the passing game being as consistent as explosive as it was in the first half of the season when they were generating explosive plays from JSN every 5 seconds. That hasn't been the case in a while. And I think that'll probably be a big deciding factor to how they come out against the Rams specifically, when we know that defensive line can and has given Sam Darnold trouble in the past. I'm just glad we're getting part 3 of this matchup this year.
Same.
Yeah, we are getting the 2 teams that, especially in the conference, that have been the best, like from start to finish, and the most, obviously everybody's had their ups and downs, but overall the most consistent ones. Like
Yeah.
these are the two best teams in the conference.
Yeah, I would have loved to see the Bears like magic happen, but these are the two teams that should be here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
in terms of us seeing the best teams, seeing the truest championship contenders, we got the best case scenario.
You're right. Yeah, this does feel like the Super Bowl before the Super Bowl fucking actually happened. Part one of this series between these two teams, I think the Rams got them, and they had back-to-back games. Sam Darnold didn't necessarily play too well. I think one of the games, the first game, he had like 3 turnovers or something like that. Really ugly.
First game, he
happening.
got put in a body bag by the Rams defensive line. That was the game where they ran stunt after stunt after stunt and completely confused the Seattle Seahawks front, and Sam Darnold folded under the pressure.
Second game, he didn't necessarily play the best, but they found ways to win around the edges, which is great. And the Rams felt like they had it, but at the end of the day, they just that's when they started to really falter. And we actually, at least me personally, had less confidence in the Rams.
That could really go either
overall.
way. All right, now let's just stick to conference by conference. Let's preview the NFC Championship game now.
Let's do it.
So, gut reaction before we start talking deep into it. Seahawks versus Rams 3, knowing they split the series and knowing the strengths of this team and how they're playing in these 2 playoff games leading up to this. What is your gut reaction? Who should win?
See my Seahawks, but it's obviously close. The thing that you said earlier is like if I close my eyes, if I take away the quarterback position, the Seahawks should blitz them.
Yeah.
And they should beat them. However, I do think that the Rams with Stafford, with McVay, I think that they'll have something. But honestly, Seattle has been in these games every single time. And I think that with them being at home, I think they win.
Okay.
Yes.
Seattle is a
I'll
2.5
just say
point
that.
favorite. So that's about as close as you can get for a home field advantage, number 1 seed in the playoffs. As close to a toss-up as you really could get in this scenario.
This is so incredibly tough. Like, obviously, Matthew Stafford's like the superior quarterback, but he hasn't necessarily been playing like the superior quarterback consistently throughout the postseason. Their defense is good, but not as complete. The Seahawks' strength are just so outstanding, but then also you can never write out like the mastermind of Sean McVay and then Puka Nacua and just the random things that he does on the field to like make himself useful, whether or not he's like touching the ball.
I'm going to go Seahawks. I don't know how good I feel about it for everything you just said, that like I can't write off Stafford.
Yeah.
It does feel like we're getting this storybook thing where Stafford's going to get his second ring in the MVP and like solidify himself as a top 15 QB ever Hall of Famer. That feels like it's in the works, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm just being logical, the only thing that would hold me back from picking the Seahawks is what's up with this oblique injury from Sam Darnold.
Exactly.
He played through it this week. I'm sure was high out of his fucking mind. He was 7 times a game. So I don't know if another week of rest is going to be enough that's not a factor. Clearly wasn't a deciding factor in this past game. He also didn't have to do a whole lot when you return the opening kick for a touchdown and just beat the shit out of him from there on forward. So if it was a closer game, maybe we would have saw that come out and be a factor. The Rams defensive line, obviously, as we saw in the first game, has everything in them to really put under pressure and really stress his mobility and be able to escape some pressure, which I have to imagine an oblique impacts, being able to like throw off platform. I can't. That's
ridiculous. You need your
yeah,
obliques
you
to
need
get
your
that power
obliques.
off.
To do anything as a quarterback, you need your obliques. It matters, but the more pressure you're under, I just assume that it would become more and more of a factor. That gives me a little bit of pause, just because we've seen them beat them before, and we know that Sam Darnold already has the capability of being a weakness for this team, while being hampered by an injury that impacts all those weaknesses. Scares me. But I don't know, with the way the Rams have been playing offensively, if these past 2 defenses have given them that much trouble on the outside, I just can't imagine what the most stacked defensive talent in the league is going to do to them.
And the Seahawks went out and they hired Mike McDonald because he's like, I have to play Shanahan 2 times a year and I have to play McVay 2 times a year. What do you have for me? And he is the perfect guy to construct the defense to beat those 2 guys. And so seeing the success that they've had over the first 2 games and knowing that the Rams, even though that they fired their special teams coordinator during the year, they still have had issues on several weeks on special teams. And the fact that in the second game, Shaheed had a touchdown. Last week, Shaheed once again in special teams has a big play. It feels like they are one missed field goal away, one Shaheed punt return, kick return away from completely flipping the game and giving the Seahawks at least a cushion that can make up for any type of Sam Darnold mistake or oblique injury, something like that.
And on paper, like it's tough because these 2 teams have played each other twice now, so they're extremely prepared for what each other does. on paper, I would say the way the Seahawks, since getting Ernest Jones and since making Nicky Manwari be such a feature part of their defense, the way they've been able to defend the run out of their light formations and be able to be a crazy pass defensive unit with only having 2 linebackers on the field, with Manwari out there and being able to stop every run despite that, that would lead me to believe that from everything we've seen in the Rams and the run game not being super successful in the past couple games, it would also not be successful against the Seahawks. And this is the best D room they're going to play in the entire playoffs. I would think they'd have as good of a chance of slowing down the Rams defense as any. But Sean McVay has seen that twice now.
Yeah.
And he's Sean McVay. But I can say the other thing on the other side, that Mike McDonald has
That's
seen
Mike
them
McDonald.
twice. This is truly a toss-up. I feel so good about both these teams. I will go towards the home team that's better on paper and just trust the talent of the Seahawks. I have zero confidence in anything to do with predicting this game.
It feels weird, like getting on the Sam Darnold train now. Whenever he's like
Injured?
whenever he's hurting, it's like now it's I fully believe in you. But I think that Seattle, I've thought that they were going to win each of these games, and their like point differential over these 2 matchups is like 1, right?
Yeah.
Like or -1. They've been as close as you can be in everything. So I will go, like you said, I'll go with the home team. I'll go with the team that I think has a better defense and that isn't looking as touchable as the Rams.
Yeah, for sure.
Whoever wins this should win the Super Bowl.
110%. Yeah, this is the Super Bowl like matchup, or at least for me in my mind.
Yeah.
And I think this game's what's probably gonna end up happening is just like for the LA Rams in the postseason, continuously it's gonna come down to the wire. Pretty much like that's the whole tale of the entire postseason. Outside of a few games here and there, it's gonna go down to the fucking wire. And I don't trust Sam Darnold down there.
Oh, but you say that. Yeah, you're right. It comes down to the
So
wire.
I think that's how I go towards the Rams.
This game should go down to the wire.
Yeah.
2 games in a row, Matthew Stafford has come clutch when needed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's I hate the minimization of the game to quarterback play, but if that is going to be the true case, that every game the Rams play is going to come close, and that's just the nature of 2 teams so evenly matched in so many ways with 2 genius play callers on both sides, hard to not want to trust Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
I'm going for another hate watch. So I'm going for the Seahawks, and for all the reasons that I said, and the little extra inch of hate that's pushing me towards the Seahawks.
I think I'd probably rather see the Rams in the Super Bowl just for like entertainment and storyline purposes.
Probably.
But I would also be very happy to see the Seahawks win the Super Bowl. It'd be cool. So I don't know if I have a rooting interest like you do.
Mhm.
Maybe I slightly favor the Rams, but it would be awesome to see another Seattle Seahawks defense being dominant, leading them to a Super Bowl, kind of getting back to where they were 10 years ago. Would be kind of sick.
Yeah.
I got the Rams only by a slight margin though.
Fan.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
He's fan,
We'll see.
Let's jump over to the AFC to preview
Oh, please.
a kind of fucking disastrous.
Please.
We're going to talk about disaster for the next 30 minutes. That's about it. We're going to talk about straight disaster.
Next 40 minutes.
And let's start off with the Broncos playing against the Bills. And let's lead off with the most just surprising post-game presser I've ever seen since Andrew Luck retired. We'll go there first so we can get into the Bills.
And that was pregame.
Wait.
True.
What was surprising about that?
But Andrew Luck retiring?
He retired.
Oh, not the Andrew Luck thing. No.
Oh, about this one?
About this one.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because the Broncos won the game, and I was like, holy shit, the Broncos are going to be Super Bowl contenders. And then Sean Payton comes out and said, by the way, our quarterback has 1 ankle. He's done. Deal with it. That was insane.
Yeah.
Bo Nix breaks his ankle on the second to last play of the game of regulation, they said. Breaks his ankle, and we didn't know about it. And maybe it was like a hairline fracture, and the adrenaline got him through it, so we just didn't know. Like, okay, the phrasing broke his ankle is so crazy that I'm like, when have we ever seen a surprise injury like that after a game in which a team wins a playoff game, sets himself up to potentially win a Super Bowl, the young quarterback plays fantastic for the standards he has, and his fucking ankle's broken?
And now we have to go into battle with Jared Stidham, who hasn't thrown a pass in the NFL in 2 years, is 1-3 career lifetime, and everything just feels like it's down the drain now.
Yeah, it feels
over.
like the most insane whiplash, I'm sure, for Broncos fans. Because Bo Nix played fantastic in this game, he played fantastic in this game. He did everything you need from him in this system. It was a typical Broncos offense that you'd want to see, and they've gotten to the point over the season that they've basically mastered the style of play they're going for, of being a short yardage passing offense, getting the ball in their hands, their playmakers, putting it lots of screens, lots of yards of the catch, because they know they have guys they drafted like RJ Harvey. They have other talented wide receivers on the outside that can make a play like Troy Franklin. They have all these guys that can make a play in open field, get the easy stuff, and then rely on Bo Nix to be a counterpuncher, to make his plays when needed, to make good, effective rushes on third down with his legs, and throw these deep balls whenever the teams have to respect the short yardage stuff. He threw the hell out of those deep balls today. He was throwing dimes left and right, including the game-winning touchdown that he threw a beautiful, beautiful deep ball at the sideline. It was great. It was the best case scenario for Bo Nix. The idea of winning with him in this style came to fruition in this game. You can't ask for more from him, from what they asked for him to do. Not saying he was dicing everybody up at the middle of the field, kind of like dispelling the weaknesses or anything. But for Bo Nix and for Broncos offense, this was truly best case scenario. And it's wiped away in a second.
That's what makes it so hard and depressing to talk about. This game is just depressing on all ends. Like, yeah, you won, but to what cost? To what avail, man? It means nothing to me now because everything that you did this season, specifically offensively, to gear your way up and ramp up to this point in time. Everyone earlier in the year is talking about, oh, like, why is Sean Payne limiting this guy right here? Like, he's really holding him back. Blah, 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 blah. Like, you're going back to what you said. We witnessed like peak football offensively from this team, and now like you have a whole new guy manning it down.
Yeah.
And
I will say, let me not exaggerate the offensive success of the Broncos. They did get 3 fumbles that they got the ball back inside the field in the first half of the game. So like they got a lot of good situations to score over and over again. In the second half, they got blitzed a little more coming out of the half and had a very, very bad third quarter offensively. So it wasn't peak football for the Broncos offensively. Like it wasn't like, oh my God, we're unstoppable. But it was enough. Your defense is the team that side of the ball is going to get you this far, and they got the takeaways, and you did your job to put points on the board. So it was enough to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're right. Peak for their standards.
Yeah, for what they can get out of the talent they have on that side of the ball right now, and the displace in Bo Nix's development, this was what you want to see.
Yeah, and listen, shout out to y'all. I feel bad for y'all. They're 5.5 point underdogs at this point. Like
you don't feel bad. I don't even hear it in your voice.
No, like that's it is genuinely tough. Like I actually do.
It's extremely tough.
Yeah, I actually do feel bad for them.
But at least Bo Nix fans get to go out on a high note that your quarterback had a great playoff showing. Again, for his standards and his role in the team, played well. Did not, especially compared to a lot of the playoff quarterbacks around the league this year. It's been shit show after shit show after shit show. So
he outplayed Josh Allen. So
exactly.
Like,
and I think if everybody that wasn't a Broncos fan in the world was polled on the quarterbacks they most expect to put up a shit show, Bo Nix would be high on the list. He would be one of the most doubted. And he did not put up a shit show, did not turn the ball over, did his role, threw his touchdowns when needed. So you get to go on a high note, believing that your quarterback is once again going to have another leap ahead of him, continue to build on good habits, and be in a good position next year.
Didn't throw the ball, didn't turn it over, got his touchdowns when needed. That sounds like the complete opposite of Josh Allen, man. I was so sick to my stomach, and I felt so bad watching like this whole conversation around him just like unfold in front of my face.
Let's talk about it.
It was shocking.
Bad?
Yeah, because it's like, damn, man, like you really just like on that specific rush that he had, you really just do that bitch down.
Look
like,
what some tears will do to your PR. Okay, so
give me a break.
For the Bills. Every time the Bills lose in the playoffs, the story is Josh Allen was failed. How can his teammates do this to him? They can never get over the hump because everybody finds a reason to soil his legacy. And that's been largely true. It bothers people like Donovan. It's been largely true for most of his career. In some ways, it was true in this game. But in many ways, Josh Allen lost his motherfucking game. This is the first one you look at him and say, you made some boneheaded ass mistakes. And what's frustrating is that's true. And that's a common thing in the quarterback reality in the NFL. It's hard to be a good playoff quarterback consistently. I don't think it's the end of the world, not overrated, nothing crazy takeaway wise, but he just played a poor game with big moments that went the other way and he made mistakes, right? The hard part is this game was unbelievably winnable. Unbelievably winnable. And with that being said, this season was unbelievably winnable for the Bills. Everything we said when Patrick Mahomes got eliminated from the playoffs and the Ravens clearly weren't the Ravens, this should be the year that the boogeymen are gone and Josh Allen gets his ring. All of that came 100% true to an even greater extent than we could have imagined. It was wide open. And yet, they had the biggest disaster first half I've ever seen in my life. 3 fumbles to start the game. Oh my God. Everything went the absolute worst case scenario. Fumble after fumble after fumble. You get a fumble recovery on between the first and second one you gave up. Gets called back because of offsides. Unbelievable bad luck. Nonstop terrible mistake after terrible mistake. And in between those terrible mistakes, you're walking these motherfuckers down. Between the fuck-ups, they were unbelievably successful. At some point in the game, they had like a 70% success rate against one of the best defenses in the league. Josh Allen looked every bit like the Winter Soldier that you would want, and every time you got down there ready to score, they fumbled. The most frustrating way to watch your season go away in a one half of football happened to them. Unbelievable. And time about the second half.
No, we don't have to start with the second half. No, let's start with the 30 seconds before the second half, where Josh Allen completely, literally fumbles the ball in one of the worst turnovers that he's had in his career.
Yeah.
And gifts the Broncos 3 points. A lot of times when turnovers happen, someone would be like, oh, like that changed the game. But like if you actually like go back to it, the defense got to stop. So then like it really didn't matter as much as you thought. But like, some things are different. They recovered the fumble, sent the field goal team out, field goal. Like it directly led to 3 points and a Bills team that was getting the ball back after half. So even if you didn't do anything on that specific drive, you could have still came out of halftime, scored a touchdown because you were having success. It could have been a tie game. Now it's a 10-point game going into half, and you really, really have to respond. And to their credit, somehow they ended up 24-23, and they scored 2 touchdowns. They got back. You could have been up. You could have been up by 4 instead of 1. You should have
beat the shit out of the Broncos in this game.
They should have. And
you should have beat the piss out of an elite defense. And the fumble on James Cook, they knocked it out. So we'll give that to them. James Cook is known to fumble, and it was a good play by the Broncos. The one you just mentioned, the Josh Allen fumble. And what was the other one in the first half? Because there's 3. Or was it coming right after the second half in the first drive? They fumbled again.
There's honestly too many.
I can't remember. A lot of them, like the Josh Allen one, were completely self-inflicted nonsense. If you just protect the ball and don't fumble, you can still throw your picks. If you just don't fumble, which I think in everybody's head feels more indefensible than a pick for a lot of reasons, right? You should have handled this team, and it should have been leading this game. What do we say? We fully respect the Broncos. Their defense is great. Their offense is fine. It's probably going to be good enough against a weak Bills defense. But with the way Josh Allen has been playing, he feels like he won't get dominated by a good defense. That level he's playing, we have to go towards the quarterback and do the low-hanging fruit, minimizing the game thing, because he's playing so perfect. We were so close to seeing that if they just don't fumble the ball.
And if he doesn't doesn't fumble, if he doesn't turn the ball over, and it is given the stakes, it's absolutely the worst game Josh Allen has played
unbelievably
in his career. Wow. You have that fumble going into the second half. Then in the second half, the same way that they were going fumble for fumble in the first half.
Yeah.
We were texting back and forth in one of our group chats where every time a pick happened, it's like, well, it's a legacy drive for Bo Nix. And then Bo Nix turns the ball over. Well, it's a legacy drive for Josh Allen. Like, that game was so winnable on both sides. And there were so many opportunities for Buffalo to put that game away or to put immense pressure on Denver to respond. And they never, ever did it. And it's because Josh Allen failed. And he fumbled and he turned the ball over so many times. And the reason why, like, is it, like, does it suck for some people to be like, oh man, like this, it really does hurt to see Josh Allen like that? Like, yes, but also, and his whole teammates, everybody was crying and they're saying like, it's not Josh's fault. Like, he's the reason why we're here. Yes, of course, that's the point. Like, that's why it's so important that you have to take care of the ball, because you are going to be the reason that we win and you are going to be the reason why we lose, because as we will discuss later, you are not getting help from somebody, not even on the sideline, that is up above in a box. He is not helping you or the other 53 people on that team out at all. And so Josh Allen has to be perfect. That's the only way that you were going to get there. And you weren't perfect. And forget about perfect.
He was far from perfect.
That's what I'm saying. Forget even about perfect. A 75% Josh Allen game wins this game. And he was far from that.
But that's what sucks though, is between the turnovers, he was insane. Like, that's such a mind-boggling way to lose a game for a Bills fan, because you watch.
But think about that statement.
No, obviously, yeah, for sure.
But between the 4 turnovers,
of course,
it can't happen.
Of course, but like a lot of bad games with a lot of turnovers, it's because everything's bad and the defense is winning the game, and it's a rough stretch. Like when Justin Herbert has 4 turnovers, they're getting shit on the whole game. They're not having Justin Herbert be God between the turnovers like Josh Allen was. That's a different mental, like, just input for a Bills fan. To see the vision of how you can win for 10 plays in a row, soiled. see it for 10 more plays in a row, soiled. That whiplash for 4 straight quarters is crazy, especially you talk about the third quarter, and they got the lead back. They dug themselves out of that hole, and really through the defense, they really started blitzing the Broncos offense a lot and kind of got them uncomfortable and did enough to give themselves a chance again. And then the picks happened. Just unbelievably unfortunate range of emotions for a Bills fan with the specific way you went out.
Yeah, it's tough. But you had the picks. You had several missed throws by Josh Allen towards the end of the game. He missed Knox wide open. That could have sealed everything.
Just completely sailed that. Yeah.
You have the pick in overtime, underthrown balls. Like those things just can't happen. And he did not play his best ball. And so now we're sitting here, and unfortunately, people have lost their jobs now.
Sean McDermott has been fired. He's out of there.
That's where we're at with the Bills. And the one thing, or the people that I feel bad for the most are Bills fans, because this is the one year that you should have been able to at least get to the conference championship game, and it's not there.
No, they should have been in the Super Bowl. Like, we'll get to the Patriots. They should have been in the Super Bowl pretty easily.
Okay, yeah.
Like they again, shout out the Broncos. The turnovers, like, it's a two-way game. They earned many of those turnovers. The Bills should feel like they had the better team today. Or not even better team. They should feel like they had the better quarterback that could make them the better team, despite the fact that the Broncos had a better roster. And they could feel like they should have won. They can feel like if they would have played this game 20 times, that they would have won 18 of them. They can leave feeling that way.
Probably. And now
it doesn't fucking matter.
And now you have to go back next year, and you're going to have to deal with a revamped, right? We'll see what Mahomes is like post-injury, but you're going to have to deal with the Chiefs again. Hopefully, the Ravens get everything together. We can see a peak version of Lamar again. We'll see what Joe Burrow and the Bengals look like if they're able to get anything. The path is instantly so much harder next year, and you guys fumbled it away. And that's just like, that's the reality of the situation. And it's tough.
And it's tough because also, like, Josh Allen didn't have help at all in this game. So much was asked of him. He had to, like you said, he had to play like a superhero to win the games. We just know he can, and we know he didn't today. So, like, I think people are still gonna, like, the criticism that he'll get versus like what Justin Herbert gets is very different, even though they both, like, were the reasons for their team's loss. Just obviously went very differently. One's 3 points, one's a lot better. But, like, the expectation of Josh Allen is so crazy because people were saying this is clearly the best quarterback in the league. People were saying that he's taken the mantle, that he is the guy that stands alone, even above Mahomes, above Lamar Jackson. Like, the pedestal that he's on, he has to have extreme conversation either way because he's that good and has that high of expectations that, sure, if you're a Bills fan, you want to defend him, that, like, he did a lot of good. The outside receivers, the game's not line throwing go balls to motherfucking Brandon Cooks over and over again in 2026. That is an outlandish statement. He should not be throwing go balls to Brandon Cooks. Brandon Bean, you are a criminal. This is an insane thing that he has to be relying on. Brandon Cooks coming down with a contested catch for the game that ended up an INT, right? All that is true. That kind of comes with the territory of being potentially one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
And you know why I don't give a damn?
What's up?
Patrick Mahomes was winning Super Bowls with MVS and McCall Hardman.
Damn.
Like, if you are going to back-to-back Super Bowls, if you're going to say that he's QB1, if you're going to say that he's stolen the belt, that he stands alone, that he's all these things, that the Great White Hope is here and he has arrived and all of this stuff. If that is true, you got to get to the conference championship game with Brandon Cooks and don't tell me, because I understand everybody fumbled. Do not tell me that he didn't have help, because the thing that I regularly push back on when he has no help, he has no weapons. You have one of the best offensive lines in the league, and you have one of the best running backs in the league who led the league in rushing this season.
Yeah.
Sure. That is helpful. I will say.
I cannot. I'm gonna push back on the idea that he has absolutely no help whatsoever.
Of course.
No weapons whatsoever.
But a run game alone does not constitute great situation at all. Like, it still is a bad situation, especially with the defensive talent. The secondary's played really good in the second half of the season.
I've seen Cam Newton get to a Super Bowl with Ted Ginn as wide receiver one.
Yeah, and had the same fate. Got butt blasted.
Not in the division. Right?
Who cares?
And what I'm saying is, if you are going to be, again, talked about at that level, I don't think that it is at that point. The standard, to quote Mike Tomlin, the standard is the standard, and it's not some unreasonable thing to ask.
Sure, definitely is not. Like, it's not good. Like, to have the defenses like, he played solid but didn't have this, and you can some of the fumbles, 9 Ts, you can explain away that they aren't entirely his fault, which is true. Like, there is logical explanation there. it's just not going to matter when you're trying to defend him as the best quarterback in the league. The expectations are unrealistic when you're trying to be this level of guy. Like you were held to an unrealistic standard for every other quarterback in the league, not named Patrick Mahomes.
Bro, at halftime of this game, or at least a couple of minutes right before halftime of this game, I remember I texted the group chat, damn, he's really winning this year. Josh Allen, he's really winning it this year. And then a couple of minutes in, I forget who fumbled because again there was so much. It was either James Cook or him.
Probably him.
It was the
I was like,
it
never
was James
mind.
Cook.
Immediately.
It was the first fumble because it was early in the game. You said that.
Yeah, and then immediately I was like, never mind. We're playing in the chat.
Yeah, it felt like it should have been the year.
Yeah.
Also, so there's obviously that Brandon Cooks play that was really the decider of the game in some ways in the end of the game. I think it was end of regulation where it ended up being an interception. Cooks came down with the catch, came to the ground, and it got snatched away from him as he was hitting the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That led to a bunch of controversy. It was the right call. It was an INT.
Yeah.
It looks crazy. When you slow-mo it, you can kind of see like, oh, there's a second where his knee's down, the ball's in his hand, that it probably should have got reviewed more because it is a very, very hard to officiate like weird bang play that I don't know if I've ever seen that specific circumstance of he has like half control and his knees down, but then loses it like almost instantaneously. It was probably the right call though.
Well, yeah, if he has half control and loses it instantaneously, you don't survive the ground. You don't survive you don't complete the process of a catch.
Yeah.
That's not a completion. Like it's an interception.
Yeah, but when I say I'm using the phrasing didn't have complete control because it was so bang. It kind of does look like, again, because of slow-mo, you can find the exact frame where it kind of does look like he has control with his knee down. It's just like instantly pulled out that I see why it's led to so much consternation. Like it is a complicated thing to explain to people.
The problem also is if you are gonna like as soon as that happens, you rule it an interception on the field because it's so bang. There's not enough to overturn it to say he clearly had possession. He clearly was down and the ball was ripped out afterwards. So regardless, if you like that play was going to be an interception no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, again, it's a tough play. You also don't underthrow the ball and it might not be there. So like we might not be in that situation anyways. So it's tough and it sucks. And there were a lot of moments that could have went either way. That's literally the NFL as a whole.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you have to take advantage of every opportunity and you didn't do that.
Oh, you know what else sucked for Bills fans? Watching the game be decided by PI hunting. Two successful PIs in a row. They were lobbing that bitch in the air. Just moonballs. First one I thought was a little, I'm like, we really gotta let the game decided by that. Yeah. Second one, Tre'Davious White tackled his ass in the air, fucking crashed out, throwing his helmet around, yelling at the ref. You tackle the shit out of him, they're gonna call that. Like, obviously that was PI.
Yeah. If it was me, I would punch the ref at that point. Like, we're losing.
Me, I would end my career.
Why not?
Listen, he's old, man.
Yeah. So that was funny, and it was smart strategy. And I'm sure they're trying to catch the ball too. It wasn't just PI hunting, but
it's unethical. It's unethical.
A little bit, but game's the game.
Yeah, it's the game, but PI hunting is unethical.
I never knew that was the thing, bro. I never knew.
Game's the game.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
it really should be.
You purposely underthrow the ball so that people have to like come back and get quote unquote interfered with.
Worst case scenario, it's a contested catch or falls. Maybe you get lucky with the PI, and they did.
That's the equivalent of foul baiting, man.
And it's probably not actually. The goal isn't actually let me underthrow this, but like it's a nice little side effect of taking a deep shot.
Yeah.
Of like, since in your mind it could happen.
Facts.
Shameless.
But game is the game. Salute to them. Got away with the win by any means necessary against a team that again had Superman that were favored to win by a lot of people in a close game, which you were the one seed. That you see why. Like, I'm sure even Broncos fans will tell you that like. Oh, I understand it now. I understand why a lot of people thought the Bills could win with Josh Allen. They got this close with this many turnovers. Yeah, we got away with it. But we forced a lot of turnovers. Our defense was dominant like we expected. So that's tough. Maybe you should have better defense, Josh.
Damn.
Don't turn the ball over 4 times. Don't do that. I'm all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, just don't.
This man has a crazy agenda. I didn't even say anything. That wasn't even defense of Josh Allen. He's ridiculous.
Listen,
that wasn't any defense of Josh Allen at all. And he was like, call him the great white bum.
I'm hypersensitive about this for other reasons. I'm not. I just think that 4 turnovers is absolutely ridiculous, and it's crazy.
No one said it's not.
It's absolutely insane.
Stand down.
And I refuse to have any other explanation as to why the Bills lost this game. As opposed to their star quarterback turned the ball over 4 times. That especially when one again, like the field goal, directly led to 3 points. Like that is insanely tough.
Stand down. Stand down.
Very valid.
Relax. Off to the other side of the AFC bracket. Hey, man, I told you, we're going to be talking about disaster for a while. Patriots versus Houston Texans. We can talk about the Patriots finding a way to win. We can talk about Drake May getting to the conference championship in the second year. We'll get to them. There's plenty to talk about in them. Good season, continuing to do what they need to do. We have to talk about the Houston Texans. And there's only one way to frame this conversation. Only one thing people are talking about online in the media. And that's the fact that CJ Stroud has completely fumbled one of the greatest defenses in modern NFL history. And that's the fact that CJ Stroud, after what was one of the most dominant, efficient rookie seasons of all time, looks like a straight up bad quarterback. And I'm kind of shocked by this, but not really when you think about it. The framing of the conversation around the nation seems to be CJ Stroud's done. And that I don't know if they can really have any faith running this back at the current state he's at, mentally with the pocket trauma he has, developmentally with the lack of poise and decision making that's gone on over time. Kind of feels like we're kind of going down a road that might not be great for CJ in Houston.
Two things that we need right now. We need therapists for CJ Stroud and also CAT scans, because there's no way to excuse to figure out like what happened. There has to be something internally that we just can't see with our own two eyes.
Last game they won in the wild card round. We came up here and we talked about it. And what did I say up top? Do you remember the first thing I said about CJ Stroud? I said, "What the fuck is this guy's problem, man?"
Oh yeah.
I said, "What is this? What is this deal?" Like, I spent the past year and a half defending him, saying last year when things went poorly in the sophomore slump, offensive line fell apart, weapons weren't great. We see that Bobby Slowick got fired. There was reasons to understand why he wasn't able to live up to the expectations of being a clear-cut top 10 quarterback after his rookie year. You ask him, he was a top 5 quarterback his rookie year. I understood it. Sophomore slumps happened for a reason. Everything fell apart around him. That's still the case this year. The supporting cast still isn't great. It is not so bad that you have the most incomprehensible, poor decision-making of all time. So I'm once again presenting to you the question, what is his deal? Because I straight up do not understand this downfall.
I don't get it. I think the pick six was...
I've never seen a game like that in my entire life for the first half.
That was one of those ones where I've seen bad plays and I've seen people be stupid. Also, this dude is hilarious.
He just plays with toys before the game. They're showing his workout routine.
Is he throwing out a yo-yo?
He has a lot of
swatting flies.
He's got trinkets on the floor.
That's what we do with Blue.
It's hilarious. But
that's crazy.
The decisions that he was making were just completely unnecessary. And again, like the pick six that he threw should not, that ball should have been dirted. There's no reason why he should have even thought to try and throw that ball, because at that point, like, the play starts off bad and anyways, because your tight end trips over your offensive lineman because Milton Williams gets insane push. And so when they're showing the view from behind CJ Stroud, like, you can see who he's trying to throw to on the second level.
Yeah.
You are not going to get that ball there. It's not going to happen. You have to dirt it. And so I do think that, like, coming into this game, we talked about the wild card round against the Steelers and was like, you know what? It's fine. You have a great defense. You played the worst you will ever play. It can't get any worse. You can't get any stupider than what you were last year. And he had to listen to us and was like, I promise you I can get insanely ignorant in here. Like, I promise you. I can go deeper. I can get dumber.
I've never seen a play where, like, of course I've seen so many hospital balls, and I understand what that term is, bro. But I never seen a play where a quarterback throws a ball to, what's his name? Schultz. I think he's your tight end.
Yeah.
Schultz. He throws the ball to Schultz, and it obviously went behind Schultz, and he tore up his knee trying to catch
that was
that.
Stover. That was Stover. Schultz already got hurt early in the game, which that is also an element. Nico Collins didn't play. Schultz got hurt in the first half. Stover tore his ACL wreaching for a ball to his right while sliding to his left because it was so inaccurate.
Far right, bro. Far right. Jeez, it was so bad.
Yeah, you were saying he decided to act more stupider.
Yeah.
That's what it is, really. Like, he's obviously capable of being an accurate thrower. We've seen him be capable in his rookie year, standing in the pocket with poise. He is unbelievably unpoised. There was a play in which he had moderate pressure up his right side that was like, just take a step up and continue to look downfield. And he like tucks the ball and enters like a little sprint where he's like erratically moving around the pocket. Like, it's insane. Like, it's the most unpoised thing I've ever seen. It looks like somebody who is like a 9-to-5 worker getting thrown into an NFL pocket and has to run for his life. Pure pocket trauma. It's like what we saw from Justin Herbert in his playoff game where he was like running out of the pocket way too fast. We see that a lot. That was Bo Nix's biggest problem early in the season. He was terrible under pressure and like wouldn't set his feet and would like start sprinting right away. This was way worse than both of them. It was crazy. And that was the case. While it seemed like he had the internal attitude and perspective that he has to be Josh Allen for this team to win, that he has to be a Superman and make things happen and stretch every play trying to find a window. He is not physically Josh Allen, not mentally Josh Allen, doesn't have the arm of Josh Allen, and doesn't read the field nearly as well under pressure as Josh Allen because those balls that he extended went straight to the other team.
I think we keep going back to his rookie year. It's crazy. Even last week in the Steelers game, there were a couple throws that he had downfield that were solid. That obviously that you're not like layering a dot into three people. That it's like, oh, it's the craziest throw, but it's a play that is very good. It's explosive downfield. You showed good awareness to just make that play.
Do you hear the standard now? That's crazy.
That's the point is that we are at a place with CJ Stroud where at halftime people are arguing on TV, should Davis Mills come in and replace you?
That's ridiculous.
We're at a spot today where instantly people are talking about, should we even extend CJ Stroud?
That's ridiculous.
I have no idea what to do with CJ Stroud. I think like for me, I would still extend CJ Stroud. I understand that
under no circumstance. Under no circumstance am I extending CJ Stroud right now. Under zero circumstance. I'm not saying you got to give up on him, right? You just don't got to give him the extension right away, like every quarterback deserves.
That's fair. Yeah, what I really meant is like for people saying like, oh yeah,
whether or not they need to get rid of him.
He has to go. I don't think we're like quite at that point yet. These last two games, you are on your last strike, and most of the time, listen, he's lucky I like you because most of the time, anybody else who has two playoff games like this, get out of here. But you know. So
you're lucky you don't look like Baker Mayfield. Buddy.
That's what I'm saying. If Baker Mayfield had 5 interceptions, get out of town, buddy. I'm gonna give you one more
You're
chance.
lucky you're not Brock Purdy.
I'm gonna give you one more chance because most of the time these guys don't get chances. However, you are making my job extremely hard because this type of meltdown happens in like week 7 of the NFL season when the team has lost their first 2 quarterbacks and now they signed some guy off the street and all of a sudden you're going up against the best defense in the league. That's what it looked like. And I think the most damning thing about all of this is that in last game, the Texan defense, they did what they did. They kept the game close the entire way. Then, you know, they broke the game wide open in the fourth quarter. This defense gave up 21 points, and on the opposite side, they were forcing Drake May to also look poor. Drake May has not played a good playoff game in these 2 games. He had fumbles, he had interceptions, he was putting the ball on the ground into harm's way. That game is also extremely winnable. And he has not been able to play like a normal quarterback to get the job done.
I can see this team and I understand like, okay, they have time management issues. I think early in the third quarter, they go ahead and burn a timeout off the rip because they can't get a call in. I see that. I see, okay, your wide receivers at times, you don't have your full core, obviously. They drop balls, they get tip balls, which leads to interceptions as well. That leads to his horrendous stats that he didn't help himself at all. Okay, I also see that I believe they had like 9 rushing yards in the first half of this game, and then the second half they had 14 rushing yards as well. You have to be unbelievably bad to be having all these things working against you, and while also still being in the game up until the last like 7 minutes or so.
Yeah. So what you just described is the Texans don't have a lot going for them outside of CJ Stroud on offense, and that is true. He is not in a good circumstance right now. So to be fair to him, it's not like he's folding with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams and Sean McVay, right? Not an elite play caller, not an elite receiver room. Pretty good, but Nico Collins was out, so definitely not pretty good without Nico and without Schultz. And the offensive line, while improved, still isn't so good that we're going to say, like, you have ample protection, right? All that's fair. He is equally as problematic as all those things. And that's a problem. We're now 2 play callers in a row where CJ Stroud can't make it work with them. At a certain point, if you're a problem as well as everything else, the quarterback is the root of a lot of things. Maybe some parts of this offense would be better if you were playing better. And you mentioned a little bit ago that you're not ready to give up on him yet in a Texans uniform. I suppose I'm not either.
For me, he has until week 1 of the next.
Week 1.
That's literally that's how much.
Yeah.
That's how much leeway.
Sure. I guess what we'll say is they don't need to move him this summer or anything, right? They don't need to you, especially with his age and just how many ways you can cut and bail for the organization around him. You can give him one more year. You probably need to give him one more year. It might be irresponsible unless you see a path that we don't see coming forward this summer that you're not really going to do better than hoping for a CJ Stroud bounce back. Does feel like we're on the path, though, with how 2 years in a row have gone. No real reason to feel optimistic that next year's going to be better unless they make some change tomorrow and get Mike McDaniel or something. Barring something crazy like that, I don't have any reason to have faith in CJ Stroud anymore. We're 2 years removed now. We have more bad years than good years. Kind of feels like we're on the path to it not working out in a Texans uniform, and hoping that he's the next Sam Darnold, he's the next Baker Mayfield, that he can go to another team and kind of get a fresh start mentally and develop for a year and really take his time with the new team and have the second window of his career that we know he's capable of having the level of play like we saw in his rookie year, but maybe there's going to be too much damage with Houston.
Man.
It does suck because that is the ceiling at this point is Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
But the 3 playoff games also, when you start going down the line, the defense in all three wins have been fantastic. They destroyed old man Joe Flacco in the first playoff game in his rookie year, and they got multiple pick sixes. And that game was they were ahead and they were gonna win the game, but Joe Flacco threw back-to-back pick sixes. Game went wide open. All that. Then you have last year, same thing. Your defense goes crazy. You were trying to give the Chargers the game, and the defense said no. We are going to dominate the Chargers right now, and we're going to get this game. And then last week is the same thing where that game was 7-6. You couldn't put away anybody. And so I'm looking at them, and even if you want to give him the grace of, well, the running game wasn't really going well, and Nico Collins wasn't here. Nico Collins was here last week, and I understand that he got hurt, but he was there for some time, and you had 7 points.
And there's been plenty of games where Nico Collins is there, and the offense is absolute dog shit.
Yeah,
so
and
he's not Justin Jefferson. He's
Yeah, and I go back, you have these playoff games, and there's been games this season. The one that sticks out in my head the most is the first game against Jacksonville, where he threw the pick at the end of the game, and them and Jacksonville were going band for who could throw more picks and who can lose this game, and he didn't come through. And so overall, the decision making, the drop off that we've seen in there, that's obviously the most disturbing thing about all of this. And if you thought that you had a guy that was going to be a top 5 quarterback, and now it instantly switches to maybe he can be the 13th best quarterback in the league, that's tough. And it puts so much pressure on DeMeco Ryans and on the rest of this front office to keep this defense cycling in and out and playing at a top 3 level in the league.
That's tough, man.
We're 13
is like a blessing.
13 is unbelievably generous.
That sounds like a miracle if that was to actually happen.
We've fallen so far.
In terms of Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that right now, CJ Stroud has a lot of room to go to make me feel confident in him being 13 next year.
Can you be 17th?
Him or Bryce?
Can you be 18th? Hey, man.
That's a hard conversation given we don't really know what Bryce is. I need a more concrete idea of who a guy is. But I don't know. They present equal issues of me believing them.
It's a coin flip right now for y'all?
Yes.
I'm going to go towards CJ Stroud just off of priors. But if I didn't know who these guys, if I didn't know their heights, maybe I would feel differently.
Okay.
But the physical constraints of Bryce, I think I'm at the point where I'm never going to feel great about that. So that's a hard one for me to say. But I don't know. I'd rather have Bo Nix next year.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. 100%.
I'd rather have, obviously, Brock Purdy. I'd rather have Hurts next year.
Yeah.
Which that's hard for me to say. I would rather have
Cam Ward or Stroud next year.
Oh, fucking easily Cam Ward. I have all the faith in the world that I can just paint him anything in my mind that he can be nowhere to go but up with a good OC, hopefully. So that's easy.
CJ Stroud or Tyler Shough?
Well, I don't.
Through what we've seen,
another hard one because I don't know if I should get too over my skis with the Tyler Shough thing. So based on he's 26 years old. I don't know. I'm not going there. I don't know how much momentum he has.
Is he older than?
Yes.
Yes.
Damn. He's a lot older than CJ Stroud. Yeah. So I don't know where I'm going with that one, but I don't know. We're having conversations we never thought we'd have. And
Kyler or CJ Stroud?
Fuck, you're making this difficult today.
I don't know. They're right next to each other.
But see, none of these I'm easily saying CJ Stroud. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
We could look stupid and he could bounce back. We know he's capable. He can make throws. He is not incapable. He has the body, the arm, the ability to do that. We've seen a whole NFL season of him making good decisions and being a top 10 quarterback in the league. So I'm not selling my entire stock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm selling 90% of it. I'm holding a little bit just to say that if this changes next year and he bounces back, I'm not going to say I ever completely written him off.
Yeah.
But I'm damn close.
Also, we keep saying that I just checked it, that he said that he was a top 5 quarterback. He said he was a top 3 quarterback.
That's what makes it hard. He put this on himself.
He put
He
Patrick
said,
and who
he
else?
said Pat, Lamar, Stroud, Josh Allen, then Dak.
He said myself.
Yeah,
Shout out to Dak. And that's what makes it hard too, is that there is all these like real tangible things he got where it's at, and like it's tough, right? All the things we've been talking about. On the emotional side of this, he was moving like Pac after that rookie season. He was moving like he thought he was Joe Namath here as a rookie superstar, going to be here forever. Just doing a media tour with Micah Parsons. The famous moment in year 2 where he little broed Caleb Williams that I think is overblown a little bit, but people won't forget it. So I guess I can't forget it either.
No, that was a crazy. It was a crazy like.
Sure.
Basically, pull Caleb Williams back and was
Yeah.
like, no, you're gonna listen to what I gotta say.
Yeah. So I get it. All of that.
That was insane.
The thing said he was a top 3 quarterback in the league, which he did play at elite level. So like for a quarterback who clearly produced at top 10 level to feel he's number 3 on in the moment, okay, so be it. Everybody has confidence.
Yeah.
Does take some goddamn gumption to be a rookie and to say that, even if you think it's true, to say that in a public forum as a rookie, abnormal to say the least.
I think next year,
A little odd, a little ahead of yourself.
most definitely, yeah. Like he was on. Did he have a podcast with BR and
Micah Parsons.
or whatever?
Yeah, he was all over the media with Micah, making superstar statements, saying carrying himself like a superstar.
Yeah.
Which again, I didn't hate it in the moment. I'm not going to pretend it was outlandish given where the trajectory he was on. Most people with rookie years that he had probably are superstars, right? Like that was the best rookie year in modern history outside of Justin Herbert. Those are the 2 best ones. Justin Herbert didn't fall off in year 2 and 3. So like, it's probably safe for him to assume I'm that guy. Now you look crazy. Now you look insane.
Yeah. I'm with you. I didn't think it was wild. I like CJ Stroud at the time, so it's like, all right, cool. But if you do those types of things, you just have to back it up.
Yeah.
And
I think
you can't come out here having the playoffs that you're having right now.
Yeah. You single-handedly, arguably, like clustered your team like a Super Bowl. This is how like perfect your defense is at this point in time, or at least was at this point in time. And I think next year, if he goes into playing, like maybe not to this, I don't think he's going to play to this level because this is just like, oh yeah, you're the worst quarterback and like you should not be starting like for an NFL team at all. But if he's like, I don't know, maybe top 25 or 24 quarterback, like at that point in time, yeah, you're getting benched. Like we're done with you. And at that point in time, like we're gonna figure out ways to move off of you, and then Davis Mills come get this chain.
Yeah, next year is going to be a big year for him. Obviously, a big year for the Texans and their franchise going forward. Because listen, Will Anderson Jr. is young. They're going to have this defensive nucleus. I mean, Hunter's getting a little old, so they'll have to figure some stuff out and continue to revamp. That's life in the NFL. Stingley's not old. Laster isn't old. They have pieces to be able to retool things if they need to. Nico Collins isn't old.
Yeah. They just don't have much more time to waste, right?
They have 0 time to waste.
Yeah.
Especially because you have the other demons in your division.
The Jaguars.
Yeah, you have the Jags here now.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like Liam Cohen has gotten them going.
Do you think they'll entertain? My bad to cut you off.
No.
Do you think they'll entertain the quarterback thing this summer? Is there any chance that they like get proactive?
No, I don't think they'll change it. I think the biggest that they do is not extend him, say that like they're gonna wait and then eventually pick up his 5th-year option. Yeah. And that's probably how it's gonna play out. I just think it's hard whenever a number 2 overall pick is a lot of investment. And after obviously his play has been bad, you're going to look at them and say, in the 3 years that he's been at the helm, you've had this defense, you have 2 division titles, 3 playoff wins. Yeah. It's going to be hard to...
He's earned more grace.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's going to be hard to push that guy out, even with how bad he's played.
Yeah. Damn. And like, I wouldn't be like insanely mad at it if they got proactive. I'm always going to applaud proactiveness. And if you feel like you see things behind the scenes that you don't feel good about the way it's going and it's better for everybody to break up, I wouldn't say they're insane for giving up on him at this point, but they certainly don't need to. And it's really the lack of options this offseason there's not the clear pivots in the quarterback world right now that I wouldn't even know if I was if it came out today that CJ Stroud is being traded. I wouldn't even know what to predict as far as like what they're going to do because the rookie class is extremely weak. They're not going to be able to trade up and get somebody unless they trade for the guy down number 1 overall pick, which I don't know why the Raiders would get off that, given Mendoza being such a safe quarterback. With Dante Moore not coming back, there's not really any other surefire starters in this draft class. The free agency class isn't going to be good. There's not even a Sam Darnold in this class. I'm not trading for Kyler to get rid of CJ Stroud, so they give him another year and they hope that they can fix him.
You know, the crown jewel of free agency is about to be Malik Willis.
Malik Willis, yeah.
And I have him in our dynasty league just in case he gets a job.
Oh no, he's getting a job.
Thank God.
He's getting one.
Let's go.
He's going down to Miami.
Yeah. All right, we didn't talk about the Patriots at all in that game. Whatever. Let's talk about them now. Previewing the AFC Championship game.
If y'all lose this game, it will be an embarrassment on everybody in this franchise. There's no reason why y'all should be losing to Jared Stidham. Even if, like, Drake May, listen, man, you've had 2 games where you haven't looked great. You've made the plays that you needed to. Keyshawn Booty's catch, fantastic. I've watched the NFL Films clip of it like a million times already. It's beautiful.
Someone said he's the tallest 5'11" receiver of all time.
Probably.
His limbs are long.
I am low-key worried though. Like on paper, the Patriots should blitz them. They should beat them by double digits with the ball security that Drake May has shown over these first 2 games. I would not be shocked if the Broncos cover or if they can score a touchdown and flip the game and now we're in a stupid dogfight
Here's
with
my question.
Jared Stidham.
You keep saying Jared Stidham. He hasn't done a single pass all year. I don't know how good Jared Stidham is right now.
I mean,
He's Jared Stidham, so like
That's what I'm saying.
anybody, but like I don't know his competency as a backup quarterback right now at this point.
Do you think that Jared Stidham is gonna come in here and like?
Don't ask me what I think. I don't know. I don't know. But like that's the thing. It's not like it's a known dog shit backup quarterback. At least for this season, right? Literally hasn't thrown a pass. What if he's like Nick Foles and he comes in and has this crazy run that like Nick Foles wasn't thought to be some great backup before he became a great backup for the Eagles. He was a bust. So I'm not saying he's Nick Foles, right? That's a once in a lifetime thing. But I don't really know the quality to expect from Jared Stidham right now with this iteration of the Broncos offense. And this iteration of the Broncos offense went through a lot of growing pains to get to the point where they can play with Bo Nix's specific strengths and weaknesses, right? It's kind of a training wheels offense that relies on what I've always used the term Bo Nix to be a counterpuncher. They do a lot of short area passing, a lot of screens, and a lot of making the receiving room work for us and letting Sean Payton drop open plays. That lends itself to a backup quarterback coming in and playing better than like if the Rams lost their quarterback and we're moving off of Matthew Stafford. We're not losing a cerebral guy here in Bo Nix. Now, I'm sure Jared Stidham doesn't have the legs of Bo Nix, and we're losing that element of the game, which is huge for the offense. There's a world in which the offense can like be okay and could be like operational.
I mean, they could score 17 points.
And if they score 17 points, they can win.
Potentially.
So like I'm just saying
17 points also is, I think, best case scenario right now. I think,
but we don't know anything about Stidham.
Yes, but I think to use the lack of knowledge about Jared Stidham as optimism is a bit much. And so I do think that right now we shouldn't have super, super high hopes for the offense. Whatever we get. I think this is one of those moments where we've seen, and you know, the Broncos defense, they did it last week, right? They forced 4 turnovers. The Seahawks defense has been awesome, and they have been amazing. The Texans defense, scoring mad points, creating mad turnovers. This is another one of those teams that is in the running for best defense in the league, can have a claim for all of that. Time for you guys to really put the team on your back and earn that moniker. And they're going to have to, once again, do what the other 2 teams this postseason have done, which is beat the hell out of Will Campbell and get to Drake May and force turnovers.
And that was my point. I wasn't trying to be optimistic about Jared Stidham at all. It was that I'm optimistic about Sean Payton's ability to drop open plays. Hopefully Stidham can just execute the baseline things. I don't know if Sean Payton would have him as a backup if he couldn't make the most obvious reads in a system where Sean Payton really has been holding his quarterback's hand. And yeah, the defense is that Will Campbell has been food against his elite edge rushers.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's get ready to speak guard or give him time because he's playing incredible edge rushers. Actually, never mind. He just did with Will Anderson Jr. Afe Owe isn't exactly.
He looked like one.
Adafe Owe kicked his ass, which he's athletic, so maybe it's just a good matchup for him on a short-armed Will Campbell. Nevertheless, he's not playing his best football right now.
Hey, so I got some demons for you.
I got some. Nick Benito's the biggest demon outside of Will Anderson Jr. going to place in this run. So I can see a world in which it's a muddy game that the 5.5 point spread leads you to believe it's going to be a cakewalk. I could just see it not being a cakewalk. I'm still going to pick the Patriots realistically, but I just think that maybe we're getting a little ahead of ourselves of assuming it is 100% going to be a cakewalk when maybe Sean Payton's defense have enough to make it ugly.
The only way I can see the Broncos giving this game, like, they're going to give it a fight regardless because their defense is just like that. But I believe that, like, all these takeaways, all these turnovers, like, the defense has to actually, like, put it down in the end zone.
Yeah.
And that'll give them a real advantage.
But you know why I'm going to go with the Patriots? Because even if they do make it a dogfight and they keep it close, Drake May has gotten assaulted in these 2 games. He's faced great defenses, like legitimately great defenses. Jesse Minter and why am I blanking on the DC of the Texans name? The Texans defense are great matchups for you, right? They're going to make life hell for you. And I understand why you do poorly. He also has thrown darts and came through and made big plays to match it. It's not like a CJ Stroud where you're just getting assaulted for 4 straight quarters and not giving us anything to work with. He's also continuing to be the best deep ball thrower in the league, throwing these touchdowns occasionally on booty. So he's managed to do enough and make enough big plays outside of being attacked by elite defenses that, you know, it's kind of part of the course for a young quarterback playing great defense. It's kind of what you should expect when it's not Patrick Mahomes every time.
That's fair, and I agree with that, and that's also why I'm picking the Patriots. I think they'll just be able to make more plays. I am a little bit concerned though, because this is a guy who's probably going to be first or second in MVP voting.
Yeah.
Right. For a majority of the league, we've said he's having the best season in the league. He is, you know, one of those guys, has vaulted himself into top 6, top 5 conversations. And the first game, you can understand, you can write it off and say first playoff game, jitters, whatever. The second game, if I'm going through the excuses or through the reasons, first game, obviously, Minter, first playoff game, okay, cool. Second game, bad weather, great Texas defense, okay. You're still going up against a great defense, and I'm still am a little bit concerned because for me, and as we've seen throughout these entire playoffs, and really one of the mantras of the league at this point is you just can't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
And the ball security, and even if he recovers the fumbles, the amount of times that we've seen him put the ball on the ground is a little bit nerve-wracking for me going into this game. So I think that the Patriots win. I think on paper, and just because you're looking at who the other quarterback is, they should win by double digits. I don't feel confident saying that they 100% will.
Yes, that's exactly what I was saying too with the Broncos thing about like they're probably not going to be the worst run unit in the world, and the Patriots aren't talented enough to really knock the doors off of people. And I don't know. I mean, so yes, Drake May hasn't played great, and not to like protect the golden boy or anything, but you know, he's getting MVP conversations because he's drug a lackluster supporting cast that we expected to be not quite ready to contend to a 1 seed. Isn't crazy to me that supporting cast is a bit overwhelmed and making life hard for him against the best defenses in the league. That isn't necessarily like a departure from what I would expect. Now, of course, he just needs to not fumble and needs to like a few plays define a game in that way. So like clean that up. Those type of small sample sizes define a game. He's not doing 100% great job, but those type of margins change in the playoffs. So I'm not necessarily saying he's been like a negative or anything.
You're averaging 20 points over the first 2 games, and you're getting extra possessions. CJ Stroud gave you 5 extra possessions last week, right? The Chargers, Justin Herbert and the Chargers gave you a couple extra possessions the week prior. So
yeah,
I do think like if you can turn Jarrett Stidham over and get extra possessions that way, that's cool. I would like to see 24 points on the board by the offense, and if that happens, I will feel very comfortable.
And we should say this also. CJ Stroud, we've been talking about this through the lens of CJ Stroud shitting his pants. CJ Stroud wasn't turning himself over. This Patriots defense has been locked the fuck in for 2 straight playoff rounds now. Their secondary was once again insane. Defensive line having just enough pressure that it's not the Broncos defensive line. It's not Nick Manito out there. Milton Williams is leaving his mark. They're doing just enough that they've been an incredibly well coached unit on that side of the ball. Sean Payton also has been doing a very good job with his offense. So if they continue that trend, then yes, they should. They might have what it takes coaching wise to lock down the Denver offense and beat the shit out of them. I'm just not expecting Sean Payton to get like done up like that, but it's possible with the talent difference.
Yeah, I agree. I think we'll probably be again like one of the minor niche separations in this game is of course like their defense. Huge respect to their defense and how they played. CJ Stroud specifically, all those linebackers just sitting on fucking everything and just dared the Texans to like try to run, dared the Texans to try to go ahead and make the simple reads like for those 7-8 yard gains, and it just didn't happen at all.
Christian Gonzalez gonna put Sutton in a torture chamber.
Dude, Sutton he didn't do anything for that game, in that game specifically with the he didn't do anything in that last game they played. I think he caught his first 2 balls, whatever. Yeah, maybe like in the 4th and in overtime.
Until it was time to farm a pass interference in the second to last play.
Yeah.
Him and Marvin Mims dap each other up, take turns. But we got us.
They need every ounce of him as soon as the clock hits and starts ticking, bro.
That was a crazy part. That last pass interference was Marvin Mims. Tre'Davious White, why
That's
are
insane.
you getting done up on a goal by Marvin Mims?
That's insane, man.
Also, it's funny that Brandon Cooks had to catch a go ball and Tre'Davious White had to defend a go ball for the game in 2026. These washed motherfuckers.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like
And
that.
Brandon Bean kept his job while Sean McDermott was fired.
What has he done? Is his name Bean or Beal?
Bean. In 2018, he drafted one of the best draft classes of all time and found Josh Allen.
Okay, but
That's
that
why
was
he-
2018.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's politics too. He's like runs the organization and stuff.
Politics.
It's politics. But I saw a tweet. Someone said this is one of the ultimate one of us has to be found in the wreckage, brother type of firings.
Yeah.
Like Bane. And that's what it was. Somebody had to go. Bean played it well.
Good
What
job,
have
Bean.
you done, man?
Good job.
Shout out politics. Shout out Brandon Bean maneuvering. But he's like big for the organization and like sets the tone and like he's the boss in that way.
Mhm.
That
I guess so.
it matters for an organization like the Bills that are like a family unit.
I guess so, man.
Yeah, it's a football thing. It's weird. If I said that about a basketball team, you'd be like, get this motherfucker out of here. He's drafting bums. He drafted Elam and then Coleman and then a bunch of other wasted picks in the past 3 drafts in the first and second round to get him out of here.
Does nothing.
Well,
That's it.
so we're expecting a Patriots versus... Actually, we don't have a consensus on the other side.
I think Seahawks.
Patriots, Seahawks, Super Bowl?
I think I'm going to go Patriots, Rams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the Super Bowl,
Fan.
let's transition over to TikTok time. He's a huge fan. Let's transition over to our TikTok time segment of the show. First thing we're going to do today, let's rank every single possible Super Bowl matchup in terms of like narratives and entertainment. The Super Bowl matchups that we want to see.
Okay.
What's the worst case scenario? What's number 4? Definitely Jared Stidham has to be on there.
You don't want to see him at all.
Broncos are in there. What's the least entertaining? Is it just are we just in a quarterback battle, Stidham versus Sam Darnold? Kind
Yes,
of boring.
yes.
But
That
what if
is-
Sam Darnold gets hurt and we have to see Drew Lock? I don't want to see that either. A backup
Low-key,
quarterback off. That's
I
the
actually
worst
would
situation.
be interested in that.
No, that would ruin me.
That's so stupid that it's like, fuck it, let's have some fun. But like a hampered Sam Darnold and a defense that should beat the piss out of the Broncos, I would think. Seahawks Broncos is the worst case scenario for entertainment.
Yes.
And I guess we had to go Broncos for the bottom 2 just because of the quarterback situation.
Yeah.
If Bo Nix was here, it'd be different. So number 3, we still go Jared Stidham and the Broncos, but we go towards the Rams.
Yeah, because you have the back end of the Rams
Yeah.
that hasn't been playing as well. What if you do get a Nick Foles situation and all of a sudden your backup quarterback throws for 400 yards in the Super Bowl? Maybe.
And listen, Nick Bonito can put some pressure on Stafford. He's folded a little bit under pressure.
You have a good offensive line. You have a good play caller in Sean Payton. They might dice up the Rams.
Oh my God. Can you imagine
the
if
worst.
Jared Stidham beats the MVP in the Super Bowl? It would honestly be kind of funny.
Discourse would be disgusting. I hope it doesn't
It'd
happen.
be kind of funny. But most likely the Rams would just mollywop them and it'd be boring because we don't have any superheroes in the Broncos offense to watch. So for entertainment value, it goes 3. Now number 2, Patriots are in there clearly. What would be the least entertaining matchup for Drake May and the Patriots?
It would
Probably be the
Sam
Seahawks.
Darnold. Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
Sam Darnold.
It's still
and
the Seahawks. See, the Seahawks are probably the better team than the Rams,
They
but they're not
are.
the most fun narrative team in terms of selling storylines.
Exactly. Yeah, you're gonna occasionally they're gonna blow up and sell things when it comes to their special teams. Occasionally, their secondary does look suspect. Occasionally, if you get a little bit of pressure into Matthew Stafford, things
You
gonna
know
look a little spooky.
You're right. We had to go Rams, Patriots number 1 because of what you said. Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay and Puka Nacua. The star power is crazy. It'll be entertaining. We might see Matthew Stafford have the perfect book into his career, finally getting his MVP, getting his second ring, solidifying the Hall of Fame case. But even without that, they're gonna make a close game happen. The Rams aren't blowing anybody out at this current state right now. They're gonna have a close game. We're gonna have a good fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. Whereas I can see the Seahawks just kind of punching the Patriots in their mouth, and it ended up being kind of a boring game that's led by defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
up 17-0 after the first quarter.
Rashid Shaheed, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, God.
I can see it.
I can see it.
Yeah, so you either get Drake May in year 2 completely changing the Patriots' life, restoring this former dynasty back to its glory, going up against the guy who he might feel stole his MVP in Matthew Stafford.
I didn't even
That'll
think
be
about that. The
moved.
MVP battle.
Oh my
you would
God,
have
you're right.
You would have the
Yeah.
MVP battle, so you can have that. Or if you're a Rams fan, you have Stafford having the storybook ending. And either way, Somebody's going to have the ball with 2 minutes
Either
left.
way, Stafford proves I'm the MVP. Keep this young motherfucker out of my conversations. Or Drake May snatches his chain back and makes it an awkward situation.
Kicks the old man down the stairs. Says, "This is my league now."
I'll pro elder abuse. I can root for Drake May. I think I want the Patriots to win the Super Bowl. That would be perfect.
This is super weird because for the first time in a while, I'm like, yo, I want good things to happen for the Patriots.
Really?
Strange feeling.
I don't think I've ever felt this.
Just because they've constantly been underdogs. Like, I feel like every single
5
matchup.
years.
Yeah.
But before that,
Wow.
not even close.
5 years, really?
5 years of underdog status before that. So maybe but that's not enough underdog status to like wipe away 20 years of being the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
This is not fair. This is not fair. People should not be able to lose Tom Brady, go through a quick little 5 years where they still made the playoffs in that 5 years. They've had 4 years where they haven't done anything, and then they had a presidential term, and then boom, you get your future for the next 10 years.
Yep. It would have been nice to root for Josh Allen, but here we are.
God damn it, man.
Good job, Josh.
Yeah.
Great job, Josh. Fuck. Goddamn Josh. Next thing we are going to do. The next thing we're going to do here today. We are going to guess the NFL team we're looking at. Actually, no. We're going to guess the NFL player that we're looking at based on their college teammates. Mo has prepared a list for us of, I think, 5 players per player we're guessing of players they played with before they made the NFL. We have to name the player they're playing.
Okay.
Exactly. How deep is your ball knowledge when it comes to college, of course, and also recognizing these names?
You know, not that deep in terms of college. I'm not a college football fan, but we'll see the best I can do.
All right.
Draft knowledge is solid. College, not so much.
First player up. Got Xavier Worthy. Quinn Ewers.
Okay, so obviously
Roshan
Texas player.
Johnson. Yep.
Obviously Texas player. This is our wheelhouse. We should know this one.
This is our era. This is Bijan Robinson.
Ooh. This your last guess?
Yes, that is my guess.
You got it. Home court. You had to get it.
That's me.
Do you remember
That's
this
me.
era? Quinn Ewers era?
Listen,
Do you have fond memories? The Quinn Ewers era?
honestly, very, very underrated. Very underrated era. However, we should have won a natty with this team, man. It's so frustrating.
How'd you guys go bad?
Quinn Ewers got strip sacked in the semifinal last year because he had a lack of pocket presence that wasn't developed. Sark, listen, man, Sark, you gotta lock in, bro. you gotta lock in. We talk so much about these head coaches. Sark calls his own plays, does all this stuff. You have an offseason to get this together.
Who did they lose to? They lost to Washington, and then what was the next year?
We lost to Washington, and then we lost to Ohio State.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. Tough. It's funny that the Quinn Ewers era is like so fond for you because before that you had 20 years of suffering for your whole life.
It's ridiculous.
You were what, 5 years old when they won with Vince Young?
Yeah, five or six.
Then you had like 18 years of adult life just being garbage.
I'll never forget. Getting the that 09 when Colt McCoy went out, broke my heart.
Tough.
Okay.
Next player.
Next player, we have Marshawn Lynch and J.J. Arrington.
Who the fuck is that?
You don't know who that is?
No.
The legend himself?
Marshall Lynch. So okay, a player went to Cal. Was he there at the same time as
There's
Aaron
only
Rodgers?
one guy. That's what I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess Aaron Rodgers.
You're correct.
Okay. There you go. I don't even think I knew they played together. I just knew they both went to Cal. My 2004 college football knowledge is not deep enough, I guess, but could only be one player that you pull California out.
Yep, they played together.
Was Aaron Rodgers there for the Marshawn Lynch when he stole the cart and
Probably.
was riding around?
I believe so, yeah.
Probably.
Hey, that's a moment.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers has seen some shit.
I bet he has.
Next player up, we got J.J. Watt at tight end. Dan, I'm not going to butcher that last name. And then we got Nick Beller.
All right,
Hey.
so J.J. Watt went to Wisconsin.
He
all I know.
played tight end, so I'm guessing he's putting offensive players. So this is like it's probably like a running back or receiver from Wisconsin.
Correct.
In that time.
He was 2011.
Yeah, so it's not Melvin. I know Melvin Gordon went to Wisconsin. This isn't Melvin Gordon. He was like 2014 draft. Who was the Wisconsin running back from before that?
Or is that his back? Is this somehow Russell Wilson?
No,
Oh, that'd be funny.
not Russell Wilson.
Because he went to
Is it his brother?
hell no, Wisconsin. Okay,
Is it a Wisconsin running back?
Offensive defense.
No,
Not a running back,
this is on offense, though.
but it's not a running back.
Yeah, not a running
So I
back.
feel like it has to be a quarterback.
So maybe he put the backup here. So who was the starter?
In 20, you think I know who the 2011 Wisconsin football?
Matt Flynn.
That is not my bag.
I will say,
they put JJ Watt tight end is hilarious.
Yeah, they played together in 2007 to 2009. So I had a few years together.
2007, 2009. How many years was J.J. Watt in college?
3.
What was he in the 2011 draft?
Yeah, but
Either this
it's
is
not the school that
tough.
you're thinking about. J.J. Watt went to multiple schools.
Oh, he transferred. I don't
Yes,
even know.
he
What's the answer then? I don't know.
I did not know he
It's
dressed.
Antonio Brown. These guys
Oh.
played at Central Michigan
Oh,
Community School.
That makes sense because I was like, who the fuck is Dan Lefevre? It's Central Michigan.
I did not
Okay.
know that he went there.
Yeah,
Oh, so J.J. Watt did more years there than transferred to Wisconsin to end it?
correct. Yes.
Oh, I don't even think I knew that. I think my
Yeah.
bag knowledge is not, my bag is not deep on J.J. Watt lore.
And he was tied in too. That shit's crazy. What a ridiculous.
That's why I
athlete.
don't think I ever heard that.
I did not know he played with Antonio Brown. That's straight up that's just a hole
Yeah.
in my football history knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next, we got Christian Gonzalez, Tez Johnson, Bucky Irvin, and Troy Franklin.
This is Mr. Bobert Nix, the guy with one ankle.
You are correct.
This is Bobert Nix. Fly high, sweet king. We'll see if Jarrett Stidham can avenge you. I see Troy Franklin. I immediately think of Bobert.
Yeah, dude, his team was stacked since day fucking one. Holy shit. He's
No
never
chips.
played with bad players.
Bums. you had a 30-year-old man with pieces all around him. No chips.
No natty?
Next, we got Jordan Addison, Mario Williams, Taj Washington, Travis Dye, Jordan Monim, and I'm not even going to pronounce
Tuli
that.
Tui Pelotu.
Tuli Pelotu. Hey, isn't he on the Chargers?
He is on the Chargers.
There we go.
He was number 6 in sacks this season. Respect the name.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so Jordan Addison went to 2 schools. Which one is it?
Correct.
Are we guessing USC?
Yes, Tuli went to USC.
Okay. So USC.
Okay.
Now, what years is Jordan Addison in college again?
Jordan Addison just came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah, he was the same class as Zay Flowers and Quentin Johnston, which is 2023 draft.
Okay.
So he was at USC for 1 year, 2022.
Would this be because I feel like this guy's transferred. Would this be Jackson Dart?
No, not Jackson.
Is this Drake
Dart.
London?
No, not Drake London. Drake just only played in USC, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He
Not Drake
went to
London.
USC.
Caleb wasn't there for this year. Caleb was at Oklahoma at this time.
Is it Caleb?
Is this not US? No, this is USC, right?
It's USC.
It's USC. Is this Caleb Williams?
It's Caleb
Oh,
Williams.
okay,
Yes,
okay.
they played together.
Why did I think Caleb Williams was there the year after? Or was he there for? He was there for 2 years, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there you go. It's Caleb Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Had to do a little reverse engineering. We finally got there.
This is so hard to do. People just be moving around.
I know, it's so
I
tough
know.
these days.
I have
Yeah.
no idea what year anybody played with each
Yeah,
other.
like I know Addison ended at USC. He's probably doing a
Yeah.
USC team. And honestly, if he didn't do Thule, I might have forgotten. I am not tapped into college football quite as well these days, and NIL and moving around.
It's
tough.
hard.
Next, we got Baker Mayfield, Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray, Mark Andrews, Demarion Overshown.
Okay, and Kenneth Murray. So definitely an Oklahoma player, obviously. Who was here for all of them? Who's here? I'm guessing it's like a wide receiver
Correct.
that was there for all of them. Hollywood Brown?
No, not Hollywood Brown.
CD
may have
Lamb.
been on- Yes, correct.
CD Lamb, there we
CD
go.
Lamb.
There we go.
CD Lamb is the correct one.
Somebody
Okay.
who saw the QB carousel, saw all those people throwing to him.
Weapons is day fucking one. Holy
Which
shit.
I think if he was there for that time, he was really, really young. I wasn't playing with them
Yeah,
because he was drafted quite a few years after.
just snuck him in. Next, we got Amari Cooper.
TJ Yeldon. That is a name I haven't heard in
Drake.
so long.
Oh my goodness.
Shout out Landon Collins. Draft
All
combine legend.
Clearly, this is an Alabama player.
Yes, it could be any which number of Alabama players. They have so many. From the Amari Cooper era, 2014 draft.
Mhm.
I think so.
So I mean, there's a million
correct.
NFL players in that era. Who's Mark Ingram?
No, not Mark Ingram.
Derrick Henry?
Yes, Derrick Henry. There you go.
This could be anybody.
You shouldn't have a running back room with college Derrick Henry, TJ Yeldon, and Kenyon Drake.
Shout out TJ Yeldon.
What a guy.
Madden Ultimate Team legend. Jacksonville Jaguars draft pick.
What a guy.
And shout out Landon Collins. Madden Ultimate Team legend. Big hitting safety. His cards are always crazy.
Next, we got Devonta Smith, Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs,
Hey, man.
Josh Jacobs, Najee Harris.
Crazy room.
The SEC fell off.
They're not the same.
It is not the same.
What the fuck?
It doesn't mean more anymore.
I thought this shit was fake, man.
Is this Jalen Waddle?
No, not Jalen.
But it is also Jalen Waddle.
Yes, you're right. It is also him.
Okay, who are we looking for?
Is this Tua?
No, not Tua.
Damn, this could be anybody. They have so many
This
players.
is Jalen Hurts.
Yes, this is
Okay.
Hurts. This is Hurts.
This could be anybody. They have a million NFL players.
Literally, bro. You guys were not wrong. At all,
We're
for
wrong a
real.
single time.
Yeah. Okay, next. Penny Sewell, Javon Holland,
Troy Dye. Okay.
All right, so Penei Sewell, Oregon guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All
Who
right,
played with
so
him at that time?
that's
Who
one-
else was on that team? I don't even remember.
How long has he been in the league? It's been
Penny Sewell was Jamar Chase's draft class.
21. 2021 Oregon.
Or is that 2020?
No, because he sat out 2020. I have no idea.
Why can't I remember the draft class right now? I'm trying to think. I'm like,
I've
This is embarrassing.
offense.
Yes, offense.
okay, should we know this one? This is obvious.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Okay.
Oh, Justin Herbert.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm tripping.
Come
I
on
completely
now.
blank out college Justin
Give
Herbert.
me all your,
You know
your
why?
Chargers gear right now.
You know why I blank it out? Because as a
What?
college prospect, I didn't want him.
Yeah.
I didn't like him.
Really? You didn't?
He wasn't like a very. He wasn't a surefire prospect at all.
You wanted to?
There was a lot of doubters. I didn't think I wanted a quarterback at the time. I didn't think I liked any of them.
Ah,
So I did not have faith in Justin Herbert at all as a draft pick.
wow.
And he came out and had the best rookie season I've ever seen in my
And then
goddamn
change your
life.
life.
Changed my fucking life. But I was like, they picked another tall bum who's just big white boy that has a big arm that can't read the field. I was so sick of it.
Oh.
And then he's God as a rookie.
And now,
That's hilarious.
now you have sunshine.
Now I have sunshine.
Does he really have
Sorta.
sunshine?
Sort of. I have a slightly
know.
overcast day right now.
He only played with Jair Alexander and Mekhi Becton.
Hey man, I'm not
Who
gonna lie.
is
I'm
this
cooked.
player?
I'm cooked. I am cooked.
Only 2 NFL players.
I don't know where that man went to school.
He did go to a solid. He didn't go to
I
nobody's school.
cannot remember at all where Mekhi Becton went to school. I will
Just
not
tell
lie to
us
you.
right now.
I know the
I'm-
Jets drafted him in the first round. I do not remember where he went. Tell me the answer.
This is a quarterback.
Tell me the answer.
This is an elite quarterback.
Tell me the answer.
Top 3 quarterback.
This is Joe Burrow.
No,
Damn
Lamar.
it. This is Lamar Jackson.
Not Joe Burrow.
Oh wait,
I'll be an asshole.
I knew Jair Alexander went to Louisville. I don't know why
Yeah.
I like that.
I had no
Yeah,
idea.
when he
Honestly,
went there this
I wasn't
season.
even thinking about Jair. I just saw Mekhi Becton and I said, I hate you because I don't know where
I
he
know.
went.
He tried to get him out of your mind.
So I turned
fast.
off. I was like, take this guy out of my face. I do not know.
I'm crying, man.
Oh, so Mekhi Becton went to Louisville. Okay. Did Lamar Jackson get him drafted? Is that one of those situations where he was really great on that team with them, so he went first round?
I don't think. I
Probably.
think he was just good by himself. You hate him so much.
That was a lot.
Who is this player? Played
Ooh.
with AJ Green.
No Sean Moreno, Geno Atkins, Justin Houston. We're throwing it back.
Mm-hmm.
No
This
Sean
is-
Moreno.
This is no other than the number 1 pick, the guy that people are calling MVP. This is Matthew Stafford.
Damn, why you say it with so much like hate in your voice?
Because I've expressed my feelings very clearly. Prior, you know why I said it. But this is Matthew Stafford.
You're correct. It's Matthew Stafford.
Yep.
He's a Georgia man.
What a team.
I know, stacked as hell.
Justin Houston.
Guess what? No natty.
Natty.
No natty. Yeah, Matthew Stafford and AJ Green. You couldn't win nothing. Nah,
And
man.
Justin Houston might be the best player on this list.
That's what I'm saying.
Justin Houston was a god.
Y'all suck.
No natty.
Next, we got Christian Kirk, Deshaun Hall, and Josh Reynolds.
Christian Kirk. Where did he go? This is a USC guy?
I cannot remember. Where did Christian Kirk go? I damn sure remember where Josh Reynolds or Deshaun Hall went. I think I'm cooked again. I think this is a lack of ball
Okay.
knowledge on my part.
Mm-hmm.
Is the player in the AFC or NFC? And offense or defense?
He's on defense. Let me double check what conference he's in. Just so I don't lead you guys astray.
Christian Kirk?
I do not remember where Christian Kirk went. I'm thinking about it.
I can't remember.
Why does my
like-
brain say like Texas A&M, which I don't
Yeah.
think that's true at all?
They're in the AFC.
Low-key, that sounds very familiar.
Is it
though.
Texas A&M?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yes. What the fuck?
Okay, so I did know that. I just wasn't sure.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't remember. Okay,
Wait,
so
you said defense?
Yes.
In the AFC?
Mhm.
Miles Garrett?
this is
Yes,
Miles Garrett.
This
Okay.
is Miles Garrett.
Okay. See,
This
I
is
knew he
Myles
went to Texas
Garrett.
A&M, but I wasn't confident in it. So it was one of those things like in the recess of your brain
Yeah.
knowledge where you just don't know why you know. Okay,
Not even-
so we did know. We tried to throw in the towel. We did know.
So,
Next, we got Chase Young,
Okay.
Denzel Ward, Jeff Okuda,
Okuda.
and Terry McLaurin.
Jeff
Jeff
Okuda,
Okuda.
one of the worst draft picks of all time.
should have been the guy.
Should have been the guy.
Tell me
was
about it. What do you
not.
mean? What
He was
happened?
viewed as one of the most surefire draft picks in recent history as a DB. Was not surefire or anything.
They said, basically, Jeff Okuda, you're going to come out, you're going to be Darrell Revis. And then he came out and he was Keely Ringo.
Oh,
Oh wait, Played
Exactly.
for the Falcons.
Yes. Yes, he did have a stint over there.
And some other team too.
He was drafted
Yes.
by the Lions.
Yeah. Terrible.
All right, so Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Yes.
Again, lots of NFL players. We can go a lot of directions here.
Chase Young Terry was what year? 2019?
Something like that.
Is he 18 or 19?
Around that era. So not the new crop of wide receivers.
Yeah, it's not gonna be CJ Stroud. If you go down the line of other Ohio State quarterbacks,
Is it a quarterback?
No, it's not a quarterback.
Okay, so we're not doing quarterbacks.
Chris Olave.
No, not Chris Olave. Not a bad guess, though, but not Chris Olave.
Garrett Wilson.
No,
No,
Gary Wilson.
McLaurin's
He
before
plays-
their time.
He plays defense.
McLaurin's before their time. Plays
Oh,
defense.
plays defense.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Which Ohio State player could this be? Is it Joey Bosa?
Ooh,
Is it Nick Bosa?
It's Nick Bosa.
There
There
we
we
go.
go. It's Nick Bosa. That's good.
Yeah, so it had to be older than that Garrett Wilson, JSN, that crowd. It was a previous generation. Okay. Shout out to Bosa's.
Nick Bosa and Chase Young off the edge.
That's fucking
disgusting.
filthy.
Where does Chase plays in New Orleans right now?
Yes.
Or- yeah.
Yes, he does.
Juju Smith-Schuster, Adoree Jackson. Then you got Ronald Jones and Cameron Smith.
This is,
Who
I
is
think,
this?
It's a USC guy.
I think this is the best reclamation project of the last 5 years. Mr. Soon to be maybe in the Super Bowl. Is it Sam Darnold?
You're correct. This is Sam Darnold.
Yep.
You got it so fast.
Future.
See, at that time, I was a USC fan before I went to college at UT, so I had to change that. I had to switch up.
Oh my
I had
god.
to drop
I
my
didn't know
USC
that.
fandom.
Oh my god. What made you a USC fan? Just fuck the colors.
LA Sports.
Yeah.
I grew up a USC fan.
Look at
That's
that.
dead now.
Crazy. That's crazy, man. Next, they just play with Chris Godwin and Mike Gesicki.
Do you know this one?
Hell no, I don't know this one.
Where did Mike Gesicki go? I can't remember. Remember when the first round, he was a tight end with the yips? They said in the draft process. They said he had the yips.
Like,
Chris Godwin?
Is such a disrespectful thing.
Chris Godwin feels like an Oregon.
I remember he
player for
fell
some
in the
reason.
first round, and I have a friend who's a Ravens fan, and he was like, "We drafted the tight end with the yips."
All right, AFC or NFC?
He plays in the NFC.
This is a quarterback.
Not a quarterback. He
Off-
plays on
off-
offense.
I don't remember where these guys went, so I'm just cooked.
Yeah, we're kicked. I've no.
Plays in the NFC East.
That doesn't. I don't know where these guys went to college, so that
I
doesn't
have,
do
I
anything
have
for
no
me.
idea who this could be. Just tell us.
God.
Tell me the school.
Penn State.
Oh, is it Saquon Barkley?
Exactly.
Okay, see, yeah,
Again,
I forgot where they
shame.
went. Yeah, if I don't know the school they went to, there's just no chance. I'm just don't know ball.
Man, oh man. Ooh, next we got Ocho Cinco and then Mike Anderson.
Donovan, as a resident Chad Ochocinco fan.
I'm blanking. And I'm very upset because he went to Oregon State.
Mm-hmm.
He transferred from like a smaller school, and I remember he played with somebody else at a smaller school. Is this
Ooh,
this
he's a-
Steve Smith?
Yes. Oh, my
Oh.
God. Not a lot of people know this, bro. He played at a community college.
Santa Monica College.
Ooh, shit.
Good
man.
ball knowledge. I was just
Yeah.
thinking. I didn't even know that they played together at Santa Monica College.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. That's crazy.
Salute.
Next, we got Travis Etienne, T. Higgins, Isaiah Simmons,
This
AJ
is-
Terrell. This is a disgusting team.
This is one of the most vaunted, highly respected QB prospects of all time. This is Fabio. This is Trevor Lawrence.
This is our Pegasus,
Yeah,
Trevor
this is our
Lawrence.
Pegasus.
He's here. You're correct.
And this is what you do because you have this team,
Yeah.
Natty.
Natty.
you get a ring. Good job.
One of the most dominant teams, one of the most dominant quarterbacks at a young age. He was supposed to be Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
He still might be. I mean, I'm lying. It's way
No,
over.
no, still might be good.
So,
He is not as a prospect. He was supposed to be. He was supposed to be what Andrew Luck was, but even better.
damn, man.
We gotta stop saying Andrew Luck's name, man. It's getting me sad.
It's crazy. Like, you really cannot exaggerate how hyped up he was as a prospect.
Dude, I wonder how it must have felt as like a Colts fan.
You know who he was? He was Victor Wembanyama. That's the level. Since he was a freshman. in
What?
college-
Wemby?
Yes.
Wow.
Now it's different because Wemby's 7'4", so
course.
it's like, we've never seen anything like him.
But that
he,
different?
He won a national championship as a true freshman in college.
Wow.
That doesn't happen ever.
Yeah.
So we had to watch 4 years of saying this guy's going to be a prospect. So it was 4 years of waiting for him to be number one overall pick. That's Wemby.
That's
Or maybe Cooper Flag, I
crazy.
guess. Maybe he's more apt because Wemby's a alien.
That's insane work, bro. Holy shit. Next, again, play with Jaden Waddle, Devonta Smith, Henry Ruggs,
Same team.
Same
Same team. This
Same
is Tua.
exact- Yes, you said Tua. This is Tua.
They're interchangeable.
Brother, how much money were they giving under the table
All
for
of
this
it.
team? Fuck, man.
All of it.
Nick Saban, man.
They were
Shout out
giving
to
away the
you.
entire GDP of Alabama.
Feeding families, generations.
Nah, he was giving Hellcats. That's what he was doing. No families were fed. Donuts were made in parking lots.
Just straight Hellcats. That shit is the funniest shit, man.
That's the last one.
I'm
Listen,
crying,
honestly,
man.
they had a dealership right next to the practice facility.
No,
That's
I'm not joking even a little bit. They were giving Hellcats and Benzes.
I'm crying. Man.
That's it. Next thing we're gonna do. Let's pick the most exciting players in the NBA. I keep
In the
saying
NFL.
NBA and keep saying NFL on the NBA show. Let's pick the most exciting players in the NFL. We're gonna do it QB, running back, tight end, 2 wide receivers, and we're gonna do this conversation is based around a certain somebody we saw in the playoffs.
Okay.
So, all the skill positions in the NFL on offense. Who are the most exciting players in the NFL right now? People that you have to turn the TV on to watch them.
Are we turning? Listen, Lamar, I feel like kind of has maybe
Not right
trying
now.
that one.
Not right now. It's a gap year.
Are we saying like right now today?
yes,
Yeah, I
this
think
season?
today.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams is
Caleb
easily
Williams
a bigger
is
quarterback. Mahomes and Lamar are on gap years. Josh Allen's been throwing go balls to Brandon Cooks. He's not super excited to watch right now. Joe Burrow. Caleb Williams is must-see TV.
Easy.
Okay.
Even if those guys were all healthy, nobody has exhilarated me in the past decade of football more than
But the problem
Caleb.
is like Caleb Williams is exciting for 15 minutes. The other 45 minutes of
See?
game time, it's like, yo, man, what's
No, you
going
got-
on?
But that's what
You-
I'm telling you. That
yeah.
15 minutes is all you need. You just need a quick hit and then you're done.
And every game, I'm just like waiting for when those 15 minutes will come. I'm constantly edge of my seat, knowing crazy shit will happen at some point.
It's the anticipation of the crazy.
Yes, yeah, it's almost a guarantee that it will come.
Okay.
And I'm not going to miss it.
Okay.
When it comes, I won't miss. Running back.
James Cook.
Nah. That's so oral.
Exhilarating.
I'm good on that. Just a rushing leader. Yeah. That's
I'm
it.
saying,
Yeah. No.
it
you
honestly
can't be-
still, even with the bad offensive line, watching Derrick Henry
It's up there.
is still up there.
For this season, I think Jahmyr Gibbs had the highest highs for me where I was like, whoa, that guy just took a 80-yard rush. Like,
that is my
I
shame.
can say the same thing about Bashawn Robinson too.
he's better play-by-play. He's going to shift someone out of their shoes.
Yeah.
He's probably the most consistent, exciting running back. But Gibbs, when he has his spike games, moves different.
There's games that Gibbs can like save single-handedly by himself. And it's dope too because he shares the backfield, you're not saturated with Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah.
Now
You're
listen,
just getting a taste, you know?
week 4 through
Sometimes
6.
a whole load isn't what you need. Sometimes a whole load kind of waters it
I
down.
don't think NFL teams can handle the whole load.
Sometimes you need to be edged with the Jahmyr Gibbs carries.
I was trying to introduce y'all to week 4 through 6 Rico Dotto, but I guess we're not going to that direction at all since y'all focusing on loads. Never mind.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
He had
that-
a run. He had a run.
He was special.
But yeah, let's go Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back.
Okay.
Tight end. Brock Bowers didn't have his best year.
It's not him. For a second, listen, the rookies have come in and snatched the chains.
That's crazy.
It was Tyler Warren for a second. Second half of the year, Colston Loveland really started to pop off.
In the playoffs, Colston Loveland was must-see TV.
110%.
Tyler Warren should have been there.
Now we'll say we've neglected to mention the guy who had 100 receptions, Trey McBride, just quietly incredible all year.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but it's
man.
the Cardinals.
You
No
play,
one
yeah,
cares.
you play for the
That's so
Cardinals.
shameful.
Jacoby Brissett, your quarterback. It's not fun.
This is a fun conversation, not best. We can't go
Yeah.
Trey McBride this season.
I think we have to treat this like fantasy football. I'm getting the quarterback tight end stack. I'm gonna take Caleb Williams and Colston Loveland because their
Okay.
synergy is growing and it's fun together.
You get to watch him run like a gazelle in the open field, and if you want to be a dork, you get to watch the pass rush, the pass blocking sets in all 22, and watch him defend Jared Verse on the edge, 1-on-1, locking him down.
He's a good dual threat tight end.
Now, what are you prepared to do as a DB or a linebacker or a corner when Darnell Washington in his 350 self comes trotting down your throat?
And I'm not gonna lie, he could be. We can
He
put
just
Darnell
might be
Washington.
number
Listen,
one.
at his peak, we might have to go down there.
I saw Darnell Washington truck 2 people and then catch a goal line fade in a game this year.
Yeah.
It's pure comedy gold. I'm going Darnell Washington.
I like
Okay.
that. Yeah,
Let's go
I
Darnell.
like that pick.
2 wide receivers. I mean, just go Puka and JSN. Call it a
Puka,
day.
for sure. Yeah. Look at me.
Puka definitely is on that. Puka, with how strong and the yards after catch stuff, Puka is 100% on there.
Yeah, I think Puka, hands down, he's on here.
George Pickens maybe gets number 2 this year.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's so goofy.
That's
See
my
him just
question. I
try
didn't
to-
know. Yeah, I didn't know if Jason was like solidified yet.
Yeah, I don't think.
George Pickens is more exciting this year.
Yeah.
Also, we could go AJ Brown because it was real fun to watch the downfall of the Eagles every year.
Just reading
every
books
week.
on the sideline.
Yeah, it was fun all year to like track every AJ Brown route and see him get visibly more frustrated when the ball wasn't thrown to him, even though he's wide open.
Listen,
Peak.
love him or hate him, you watched.
Yeah, we'll just go with Pickens. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to play the 5 categories game. I'm going to grab you guys your whiteboards. Same thing we did on TU3.
Mm-hmm.
I have 5 categories, 5 teams. You have to pick a star player from that team this season. And don't say the same name as me.
Oh,
Okay.
shit, I'm cooked.
I didn't make it too hard.
Okay. All right. A star player.
Star player on these teams.
Cool.
Please. Listen, I
Damn.
lost on the first round.
The first time you threw that at you, the cameras are off.
I know.
It just bopped you in the head.
Okay, so 5 teams up right now,
It really
5
was
players. And it could be either side of the ball, a star player. First team. Hey guys, you guys playing at home, think of a name, play along with us. Don't say the same name as me.
Okay.
First team, Detroit Lions. Star player on this team. They have a good amount to pick from on both sides of the ball. Where will you go? 3, 2, 1. Reveal.
Amon-Ra.
Gibbs.
Okay, Amon-Ra Gibbs. I appreciate just how fucking horrible Donovan is at this game. I have Amon-Ra St. Brown on my screen. 0 for 1, but Mo lives on. Donovan's
You a damn shame, man. What the hell? What's going on, man?
He's not a good mind reader. He's not.
Honestly, you can make the argument that I am the best mind.
Not really, man.
Sure.
That's a ridiculous way to
Team
put it.
2. San Francisco 49ers.
San Francisco 49ers. Okay.
Where are we going? A lot of stars on this team. Lots of options. Both sides of the ball has stars. Some injured, some healthy. Most injured. 3, 2, 1.
George Kittle.
Oh, shit. I did the same thing. Did I lose? Fuck.
Uh-oh. Are y'all both going at the same time? No, you are not. It is Fred Warner as the option.
He was my number 2. I almost wrote his name.
See, some of y'all at home thought I wasn't going to put a defender. Look at you.
Ooh, okay.
I know some of y'all in the comments just lost.
We respect defense.
Team 3.
You lost. Embarrassing.
Could be me. Seattle Seahawks. Not quite as many options, but definitely some stars on both sides of the ball. Best team alive in playoffs right now, I think. Might be future Super Bowl champions. Who will you go with?
All right.
3, 2, 1.
JSN.
Sam Darnold.
Fuck it, man.
I don't know if Sam Darnold's a star, but I guess the quarterback always gets star nods. It is JSN. Donovan continues to be horrible at this game.
You out again?
That's tough.
Should have said Leonard Williams. Should have said Nick Amawari.
I think I know how to spell
I thought you were
Iwari.
going deep cut. I was like, I'm going to get him hiding in plain sight.
See, sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. Team 4. Baltimore Ravens.
Oh,
Now there's some
shit.
heavy hitters.
Okay, star players.
Star players.
They got a lot.
Fuck.
We'll let you slide
Do
with Sam
they
Darnold.
really?
You're not. You better pick a star this time.
All right, I'm not gonna.
We're respecting Sam today, but maybe after, if he plays poorly in the next week, we're gonna retroactively fail you. 3, 2, 1.
Same strategy.
I
Plain
just
sight,
did
Lamar
Henry.
Jackson.
Hiding in plain sight. This time it worked. I went Kyle Hamilton.
Okay,
You guys,
okay, okay.
you guys going with MVP
Okay.
worked out this
I ain't
time.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, man. This is saving me. Fuck.
Well, I went the best defender in the NFL. What can I say?
Whoa.
Outside of Myles Garrett,
All
It's
right.
fair to say.
best DB in the NFL. Team 5. Atlanta Falcons.
Star player on the Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons.
There's only like 2 people who would be considered a star.
Star player, whatever that means to you.
Star player.
Maybe a limited pool, but a solidified star.
There's only like 2 solidified stars.
There's some
Guys
promising
who-
young players that aren't quite stars yet, but solidified star players.
Solidified stars. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Drake London.
Drake London.
I did the same thing. Did I lose?
You lost at the last level. Drake London is the answer.
You gotta stop looking at my board, man. I lost because of you.
Damn, I
Fuck.
almost won.
Damn.
Donovan drug you down to hell with them. You guys both lose.
Damn. See, I thought Bajan was too top of mind. I'm like, nah, I gotta go Drake. You haven't said his name in a minute.
Now listen, man, Kyle Pitts made all pro
No.
this year.
Listen.
He made all pro.
Fugazi.
Fantasy
No.
football star.
Hell
Bro, it's
no.
the most fugazi all pro I've ever seen in my life.
Hell no, bro.
I can't believe he was second team all pro.
Yeah, I mean, this shouldn't happen.
Yeah, nah, man. Isn't his contract up soon?
Yes.
Checks out.
I
Someone's
can't
getting a
believe. I can't believe he made that shit.
cut. That's crazy.
Next thing we are going to do, we're going to talk about the top 5 worst performances in the playoffs this year from a quarterback.
Oh shit.
We have to rank the 5 worst quarterbacks in the playoffs this year.
Okay.
And there's been a lot of stinkers. So of all the stinkers across the playoffs so far this season in both conferences, who have been the 5 worst quarterbacks so far?
Worst, out no doubt, CJ Stroud last week
Yes,
against
easy.
the Patriots.
CJ Stroud cut a lot of quarterbacks bail by taking all the attention to himself. He died for the rest of the quarterback sins when it comes to slander. He's number 1 easily.
Guaranteed he was wearing the opponent's jersey under his jersey. 100%. 100%.
He's a sleeper agent for the good of everybody else. And no, we applaud him for that. Sometimes you got to go down for the ship and make all your peers survive.
Yeah.
Number 2, though. With the second worst showing.
CJ Stroud again. It deserves 2 spots on this list.
He deserves 2 spots.
It
Nuts.
CJ Stroud versus the Patriots, CJ Stroud versus the Steelers. Both of them equally as bad as we've ever seen a quarterback play in the playoffs. It's right there.
Got it.
You know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Yeah, he was that bad. You got it.
Number 3.
Okay.
I'm going Josh Allen.
So, I mean, Josh Allen was better than like Herbert, but he has higher standards.
I will go Herbert.
4 turnovers is ridiculous.
I will go Herbert, man.
Herbert had no turnovers.
Yeah.
Hey, we left here with something.
Nah, man, we can't do
Only
this.
3 points scored, but we didn't have 4 turnovers this time. We
To
left here
fumble
with
the
something.
ball right before halftime is one of the stupidest things I've seen on a football field.
I get it, but yo, Herbert couldn't even get his
You know what?
team
It's
in
okay.
position to get a field goal.
Listen, it's okay. They're both going to make the list. We can go Justin Herbert.
But it's
I mean,
about who's hired.
Aaron Rodgers had 6 points, and he's old. And we don't like him as much.
Yeah, but expectations, he's old. No one.
I for
All right,
real
no,
forgot
man.
about him because
Yeah.
I thought he died.
He went out. He went out sad as fuck. He went out like bullshit.
His last throw was a pick 6.
Career's over.
Oh,
went out like
man.
bullshit with the Steelers randomly.
I
One-
can.
Let's put number 3. Why not?
I
Fuck
can't
it.
even. be
Whatever.
sad.
Yeah.
That was elder abuse for real.
And we are
Yeah.
pro elder abuse. Put him number 3.
All right.
Now 4 and 5. Justin Herbert was worse. Josh Allen had more to lose and had more turnovers. Where do you want to put him?
Now, what's worse? Having the ball inside the 5-yard line first and goal, leaving with no points, or turning the ball over before half and giving the other team 3 points?
Individual play, that's worse. The Josh Allen fumble for the give the field goal is worse. But I will say Justin Herbert had 3 points.
Give it to Justin Herbert. He deserves a spot. Let him win at something.
Points.
Damn. 3.
Thank God for CJ Stroud taking the target off my motherfucking back.
He couldn't get up the field not twice.
Justin Herbert's 4, Josh Allen's 5.
That's sick, man. That's sick, man.
3 points is
3 points.
crazy.
Putrid.
CJ Stroud put up 12. Like,
Yeah. Not really. But yeah.
wow.
I can't believe that. Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to name an NFL quarterback from this season,
Mhm.
and I want you to tell me if you think his reputation improved or got worse this year. So do you think more or less of him after this season? Is he better or worse now?
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
So it's really just based on like narrative, essentially.
All right.
Caleb Williams.
Oh, that's me.
Completely 180. People were talking about like he was a bust. People were questioning him in like the most disgusting ways. He was like the most sacked quarterback last year, and now everyone's over here like, wow, man, like he only does things
Now he's
on the
getting
fucking
glazed.
field that only 2 people can do. Those 2 people, guys, like fucking Patrick Mahomes and maybe Josh Allen, depending on the day, he's up there.
He was fighting Jamarcus Russell allegations last year. Now we're on Josh Allen timing. We're on the trajectory. He is easily 180 improved so much.
Yeah. Listen, last year, people were saying, hands down, he's the worst of the 3 quarterbacks that went at the top of the draft.
Mhm.
Now, he's better than Jaden Daniels. He might be better than Drake May. It's a 180.
Went from most hated to most glazed.
Yeah.
Never sold my stock. Episode 1 of the show, I was on this island. Justin Herbert.
Less. I think his reputation is taking a hit. I think every year that the Chargers go without a playoff win, the noise is just going to get bigger
Yeah.
and bigger around Justin Herbert. And once again, 3 points is insane.
Yeah, and the noise just gets louder and louder in his head, and you can tell by the way he be playing.
You know what's
3
crazy?
points? Come on.
At this point, after week 1, walking down the Chiefs in Brazil, on an amazing quarterback performance from Herbert, we had a peak reputation. People were considering him one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I miss those days.
That was a long time ago.
It was quite a long time ago.
Damn, man.
Think
How
about
far
the old
have
days.
Hey, but thank God we got Greg Roman sent back out behind the barn because of it. Next year will be better. We're going to hire Mike McDaniel. We're going to get a new smart mind in the door, and we're finally going to save Justin Herbert's broke
He's
ass
just
life.
not going over there.
He actually might. It's pretty likely.
He's not going over there.
We'll see.
Not going to the Eagles.
I know it's so sad, bro. I'm so frustrated.
Honestly, they didn't pick the Lions. I mean, Lions didn't pick him. So at this point,
Which was, listen,
he might get a head coaching job still. We don't know. But if he doesn't, it's between Bucks and Chargers, I think, for OC jobs.
Bucks. Why do you go to the Bucks?
it's I'm
Heir apparent, top Bulls.
Nah.
I'm still shocked. Two things. One, shocked that Todd Bowles was not fired. That's actually crazy.
Which is why if you're Mike McDaniels, you want that job.
Yeah. But then the Lions, Drew Petzing, you sure?
Yeah, we'll get into that next week when we talk about all the hires. It was crazy. Which, we didn't talk about that at all today.
Yeah.
We should have. We still can. CJ Stroud.
Oh, worse.
Ooh,
I mean, we're talking
less.
about
I don't even know if I want you to start for my team next year. You have like 5 weeks to prove yourself.
5.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 1.
All right.
If week 1 happens, you know how Tua and the Dolphins look this year
Yes.
on week 1, which seemed like forever ago. If the Texans come out and that offense looks like that, yeah, buddy, you're gone.
Damn.
Yeah, again, he gets one more year. You give him a chance to bounce back to what he was as a rookie. But you make sure you get a backup you feel good about this summer. You make sure you have a backup plan just in case so you don't waste another year of elite defense.
I better not see. I need a restraining order from you and microphones
No podcast.
all summer. I don't even want to see an Instagram video of you working out. I don't want to see anything.
And I
You
better
don't
not
want to
see
see
you.
with his trinkets?
I better not see you at no white parties with Meek Mill. I better not see you anywhere close to a white party. Nowhere near any other celebrities at all.
If you are
probably-
if you're in a satin shirt, come on, man. We're off that. You need
I
to
don't want
lock
to see you with
in.
any celebrities, no IG models, only date local girls in your community. I don't want to see anything to do with fame and fortune for CJ Stroud.
No retwist all summer.
God damn.
The season better start. He better have free form.
Whoa.
I'm saying that stuff needs to be
He
dirty.
can't be. He need to be that locked in. Damn.
No,
Or we're going to send him to Camp Green Lake.
Oh my gosh.
He's going to dig holes.
nothing.
Jalen Hurts.
It got worse.
Yeah, certainly got worse.
Yeah,
But was it like people like you saw through the whole time? So is it really worse?
Yeah, but there was a big people that had to give him like top 10 respect coming off the Super Bowl. So he kind of like earned his way into respect tiers. And now it's plummeted back down to being average. It was recalibration. He had his highest highs and some low lows. Now we're back in the middle of being the 17th to 15th best quarterback
I
in the
mean, he
league.
finna get back to top 10. It's
Maybe,
okay.
maybe we'll see. Win another Super Bowl, it'll do something for
he
you.
finna Get back.
But right now we'll rank him a nice 16th in the league.
Only grade him up. He said, "Win a Super Bowl." That's the expectations.
Well, okay, so we got to grab team success because we're damn sure not grading off individual success here.
You don't want to have that
We're damn
conversation.
sure not going off of his performance. The team better carry him to a good top 10 standing.
Expectation for greatness.
If we grade off of himself, I'd be a lot lower than 16. Bo Nix.
Better.
Tremendously improved.
Second year in a row that the second half of the year, he got better as time went on. The playoff riser, had a good playoff showing before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
There's really no reason to say he's like a bottom 10 quarterback right now.
Yeah, this might be the
Hell
wave.
no.
You might have to play like trash for the first 8 weeks of the season, so then we can call you a playoff riser. But if we can get a full
That's
season
crazy.
of what we got from second half Bo Nix, and even in that playoff game, we're having really, really good conversations.
That is a good way to
about
form a
Bo Nix.
reputation, though, to start off terribly and then like get better from where you were before. So now we're like, all he does is improve. But 2 years in a row, the first 6 games, you're a disaster. But when it mattered most, he played his best. So good for him. Next up, Aaron Rodgers. Did he besmirch his legacy this year?
Honestly, it is what it is. I don't think any less of him. I don't think any more of him.
You're right, because no matter what, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And no
Yeah.
matter what, he's one of the most intolerable people of all time.
I gotta blow off the when it comes to book of his legacy. I gotta blow dust off because it just seems untouched right now.
Yeah, he wasn't going to be able to soil what he did before when he was him, but he also was not going to make himself more likable. So I think his legacy is exactly as awkward as it was before.
But it was good. I guess it was like slightly improved because overall team morale wasn't bad and he wasn't in the locker room cancer. Like he was
You're
once-
right. You're right.
Like he once was suggested to be. So
And if he was a cancer, he was like a very low grade. He wasn't quite as terminal as he was with the Jets.
true.
With the Jets, it was, the locker room's dead. Saul was fired.
Yeah.
He took the ship down with him. Patrick Mahomes.
Same.
It got worse.
I feel the same.
So I feel the same, but overall, he hurt his reputation because a lot of people were no playoffs. 2 years in a row, can't throw deep balls. He's not the best in the world anymore.
Yeah.
That's such a prevailing narrative now that whether right or wrong, his reputation did take a hit.
That's tough. Listen, Eric Bieniemy is gonna come back in. We're gonna next year. We're gonna be watching Chiefs games. Xavier Worthy deep ball, and it's gonna be cinema.
Yeah. People listen. It's a good thing Josh Allen shit himself in the playoffs because people were ready to make him the undisputed best in the world. People were salivating to crown Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Who would have knew?
That's silent. Yes. Score.
I told you.
Now you're gonna be real mad when Matthew Stafford wins Super Bowl MVP and he's the undisputed number 1.
Yo, that's gonna be
No.
tough. It's gonna be a long summer.
You're gonna be
You're gonna
sick.
feel how we all felt with the Jalen Hurts shit.
Yeah.
Where like we had to do it. We're like, I'll get my get back next year.
Except it's not even. I understand it, but
But it's tough because
Hurts has a way worse argument.
What I'm really worried about is that Stafford wins this ring and retires, and then he's just gone, and he's like, haha, like
Come get me.
exactly.
Yeah.
Goes that on top.
Yeah.
Damn.
He got the storybook ending.
Tough. Okay. JJ McCarthy.
Oh, worse.
No one's ever tanked their reputation in 1 year quite like JJ McCarthy. Not only were you bad, not only should they plan for other paths towards their quarterback position, you are the meme, the poster boy for all things shitty. If anybody in any sport or any field does poorly, they're photoshopping tech CEOs on your face. They're photoshopping politicians on your face. Some kids might Photoshop their teacher on your face. You are the sign for all things wrong in this world. That's tough.
He is the definition of a disaster when it comes to a quarterback position, bro. You single-handedly, congratulations. You damn near ruined Justin Jefferson's 1K streak. And then also, too, the Viking team did absolutely nothing because you're either out or you're playing like you're out and you're doing absolutely nothing productive on the field.
You are the Fire Fest of quarterbacks.
Damn, man. Hope he gets better. Hope he gets better.
Tough place to be. Bryce Young.
Better because I guess because coming into this year, he was in the place that CJ Stroud is right now, where it's like, hey, buddy, you have 2 weeks, and now you're okay with giving Bryce Young another season.
Well, no. Remember last year he had the 7 games in the year where he really got together and we had excitement. I think he might be.
We believe there were some other people that was like, yeah, the last 7 games, it was a sham. Like, you really have to prove it, and he has more leeway now than he did last year.
I'm not gonna lie, he played good in the playoffs, obviously, which is more than he did last year not being in the playoffs. I kind of think he's in the exact same place reputation wise.
Because like two games before the playoffs, like he had an opportunity to actually make the playoffs the traditional way or whatever, and he absolutely just sold against the Bucks. So it's like
I think we're still at the point
neutral.
where I don't know if they should extend him or not. I still think you should give him 1 more year and keep gathering information. Precisely what I felt last year.
Straight 1 year deals for the rest of his career.
I don't think he'll ever change his reputation. I think he'll be 1 year deal quarterback forever and just constantly be floating on even reputation.
Yeah.
Not the worst, not the best.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think it's better than last year.
He needs to be
just
like
slightly
added into the numerical value number system that we have, bruh.
Yeah, the
Like,
sample
just
size is bigger.
Eliminate the number 17 or 19. Just put Bryce Young.
Facts. Put him right in the middle. He's the poster boy.
Exactly.
Are you better? Where are you on the Bryce Young scale?
Exactly.
Jalen Hurts under, Bo Nix over. Ooh, Bo Nix is the better Jalen Hurts now instead of the worst Jalen Hurts.
Oh. Huh.
Chain snatched.
Ah.
They're both these limited quarterbacks that only throw deep balls and run. Chain snatched. Tough. Okay.
Condolences.
Jordan Love.
better.
I think he solidified himself as a top 10 QB.
I agree. I view him as top 10. Going to the summer when we start doing our rankings and stuff, I'm going to put him around 8 to 10 range, and I feel very confident in that now.
Yeah, I think it like the Packers season went downhill, not because of him, but because Michael Parsons tore his ACL, Tucker Kraft tore his ACL. That offensive line had injuries. Like the team was just hurt. But even then, they were still able to have success from time to time. So I think people definitely look at Jordan Love much better than last year.
Yeah, his whole career has been like flashes of elite quarterback play, but never enough extended periods of time. I think this is a full season of him being at the minimum like the 10th best quarterback in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold.
Better.
Still better.
Yeah, still better. Because last year was like, oh wow, Sam Darnold, you're here, cute story. And then this year was do it again. He's done it again.
He did it again. Yep.
And once again, the team that Sam Darnold is leading with a great defense is the 1 seed in their conference. So it's very solid.
Yeah, last year was wow, he saved
whatever.
his career. I don't know if I can believe in it. 2 years in a row, now we got a pattern. Now you just are good now, and we can really go forward, assuming you're continue to play at this level.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Much better.
And good for him. Last name, Matthew Stafford. Has he improved or hurt his reputation this season?
He's 100% improved his reputation. People are talking about putting Matthew Stafford in top 10 talks all time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Listen, he's in with MVP. He solidified his Hall of Fame case this year. he will be a Hall of Famer now, no doubt. And
That's
a lot of
crazy.
people
You
thought he
really
was-
have had like the worst hate watch for over the course of a year.
It's been a tough
You're
hate
getting
watch
pieced
year.
up.
Yeah, you went from like saying he's not a Hall of Famer to now he's winning MVP, potentially Super Bowl, and now he's like locking his case to be, I don't know, a top 15,
Now, mind
20.
you,
If he wins the Super Bowl, they're going to rank him all time above Lamar Jackson. You're going to lose more than anybody's ever lost.
That's nasty.
Listen, Lamar, go win something. Like, bro,
Help me, Lamar,
that's
please.
what I'm saying. Help me, help you.
Those MVPs only get you so far. Now Stafford has won 2 rings. You're cooked. Assuming he wins. Yeah, Stafford
This is what I'm saying.
Stafford had a complicated legacy because he was so good for so long, but was never in the conversation for best quarterback in the league at any point in his career. Now he has MVP. You can say that's best quarterback in the league this year. He gets a second ring. He might have the perfect ending to his career.
Man, this is Matt Ryan with a good defense.
You're crazy.
Listen,
If you put
I'm not
prime
lying.
Matt Ryan,
Oh, Matt Ryan with Sean McVay would go. 2017 Matt Ryan with Sean McVay would be fucking filthy.
yeah, you're right.
he had that. He had Kyle Shanahan.
Nah,
did.
but Matt Ryan had way more down years though. So yeah. But peak Matt Ryan, I'd say
Stafford has some down years too, but we don't got to get into it.
Because why? Shanahan then left and he didn't have him like that. Listen, I'm gonna tell you a joke. I'm not gonna lie.
Last thing we're going to do today, we are going to play the NFL imposter game. You guys are being texted a name right now. Andrea is sending us a name. It'll either say the name of the player or imposter. We have to take turns. You guys know how this game works. Deciding who we think is the imposter.
Perfect.
And last time you were the imposter, you soiled it because you said, I'm the imposter. We got to wait because if you are the imposter, you got to try to guess who the player is.
All right.
Okay, you guys got the text?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
First things first. I'll start off. Fan favorite.
Okay, me next. Fan favorite, let's say Pro Bowler.
Okay.
Okay. We will say core piece.
Core piece. Okay. I already said fan favorites. Controversial.
Controversial. Okay. Let's say skilled.
That is true.
This one's hard. I don't want to give anything away because I don't want the imposter to guess it. So this one's real easy to give away.
All right. So you said skilled. I'm going to say. Never mind. That's too close to fan favorite. I was going to say popular, but we will go with. We'll go with leader.
I guess.
Okay.
I suppose he's not a leader.
Okay.
I'll say wired in. It's locked.
Wired in?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. What? Wired in? Okay. They give us absolutely nothing.
He's locked in.
All right, cool. Let's go ahead and say iconic in his own regard.
What the fuck does that mean?
Special.
Everybody's iconic in their regard.
Not really, not like him. Not like this guy right here.
No, he just
Can
moves
never
different.
can never be duplicated.
We will go with.
I feel like we have 2 imposters right now. I feel like I don't know anything.
I can't trust nobody, man.
Social mobility.
Social mobility.
He could be in like multiple rooms.
He moves up the ladder.
He's moving up.
Social mobility.
He's moving up.
He's in rooms he maybe didn't access in the previous parts of his life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Talking to certain people he never talked to at a certain point of his life.
100%.
He's being accompanied by certain people at certain games. Okay. I'll say big time players make big time plays. As a quote.
Okay.
Stupid.
All right. Broadcasting.
Nice. Sick. That's not an imposter answer or anything. He's definitely not the imposter. Don't even look at Mo. Don't even consider Mo as the imposter. He's not it. So stop asking.
I'll go with liquid.
What
Okay.
are we talking? Liquid.
You know what I'll say? Hydrated.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying too?
I'm saying hydrated.
Y'all are jackasses.
Mouth, not dry.
Mouth not dry.
Not dry at all.
This guy just be gurgling, man. What?
Gurgling is the most disgusting word.
I know. I can't even do it. Okay.
Listen, you're on the watch list right now. You better have a good answer right now.
You don't know what list I'm on right now, man. Your list is wrong if you have a list about me. Delete your alibi. All right. Super Bowl.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Let's keep going. Let's see where this takes us next.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say. I want to say this, but I feel like it might give it away.
Don't give it away.
No, go on too.
No, but we will say.
We'll go one more round.
He's
You,
not
me,
gonna-
him, and then we'll
He's
vote.
not going to give anything.
You said Super Bowl.
He said Super Bowl.
I will go with Pink.
I will go with Prodigy. Mo, last thing here. Say something to not incriminate yourself.
Yeah, I got you. Offense.
Ah, sick.
Yeah.
Flip the motherfucking
He
coin.
plays offense.
Time to vote. I am voting Mr. Mojo99. He is the imposter.
I'm voting Mo as well.
I'm the imposter. Fuck. But I can save myself, correct?
Who's the player? Can you say it?
You threw me off with the liquid, wet, hydrated. Yo, this player's kind of crazy. I don't even know if I want to know who this is.
Guess. Take a guess.
I don't know. Is this Odell? I don't know.
This is Caleb Williams. You be drinking matcha.
Matcha tea.
Wired headphones. I thought wired in was too obvious. You didn't know shit.
Did not know.
Not a
I'm
knower.
not Uber tapped in with the matcha.
Not a knower.
respect.
Yeah. I
my
was gonna
God.
say for the last one. I was gonna say instead of pink, I was gonna say good skincare.
Yeah, so you can't say
Yeah, you
nails.
would've-
Nails
yeah.
makes it too obvious.
Exactly.
Yeah, you would have sold.
You can't say bear. I was gonna be like, I was gonna do some kind of noise to be a bear.
I sold myself when I said Super Bowl.
You sold yourself a couple times.
Damn it. Okay.
Uh,
Let's try it again.
and I think that is a, oh, another one. Okay.
Yeah,
Let
this
me ask for
one.
another round.
Yeah, this
Alright.
is fun as hell, man.
Alright.
God damn it. He thinks we're going to stop. We're not stopping right now.
Mom wants to do an edit with 3 minutes left in the podcast.
Yeah, who's doing that, man?
All right,
You're
he's going to
crazy.
use the bathroom. You guys can time his bathroom to see if he washes his hands or not.
Ooh.
So you guys can.
That's on. If y'all don't wash your hands at home, you have no idea how common that is, dude. Seeing people just use the bathroom and not wash their hands. Fuck. It's disgusting work.
I mean, do I do it every single time?
If you're at your own house, like
Do I do it
that's
every
your
single
business.
time?
If you're at your own house, then that's your business. But if you're in public, one of the most scarring things that I think I've told you before, and people on at least CD3, bro, I remember I was in the bathroom with my professor just passing by, and I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And then he just used the bathroom, went to the urinal, and then I just seen him walk straight out. I said, "Oh my god!" Next thing you know, I see him dapping up a bunch of his students. Just 30 minutes later, I'm like, "Oh my god, yo, there's so many sick people in America. Disgusting."
So many sick people in America.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, man, he's going.
Yeah.
He had a full bladder.
Oh my god, he's 34 seconds. He had a full tank. That's kind of mad. 40 seconds in. I think that's his phone.
Oh, his phone. He didn't bring his phone with him.
Yeah,
But texts have been sent. We have the second text for the second imposter.
I got it.
Okay. Dominus still going up. I heard the toilet seat go down.
Ooh. He heard it go down.
Live
He's really
commenting.
blowing this up. Oh my god, he's actually been there for 57 seconds.
Damn. Oh, here he comes. I didn't hear the water once, y'all. If the water were turned on, I would have heard it.
Let's see if
I
his
did not
hands are
hear the
wet.
water.
Okay.
He's faking it. He put water on his fingertips to try to virtue signal.
He said, "All right."
And there's no soap in the bathroom.
Stop playing.
I stock it up. There's
That's
no soap.
funny.
I go upstairs. That's all I'm saying. Text have been sent for the second round of the imposter game. One more. I will start off again. Okay. Hall of Famer.
Okay. Multiple teams.
Offense.
Okay. Chompers.
Okay. Let's say Pro Bowler. Yeah, safe.
Well, real safe when I say Hall of Famer.
Real
great
safe.
assumption.
Real
great.
safe.
Do your
I'm
job.
not wrong.
That doesn't incriminate you at all.
We are gonna go with athletic, like more athletic than
Than the average first
Yeah.
position. Like I would know him for being an athletic player.
yeah.
Caucasian.
Ooh, he immediately regrets it. Bears. Okay. Let's say tall.
Gonna say detailed.
Detailed.
What does that mean? What are you trying to communicate to us?
Is his face is detailed? Real particular look.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if it's true. Oh, I do know. I do know this. At one point, multi-sport athlete.
Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Patchy. Patchy.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
We're gonna say popular.
Okay. Polite.
Polite. Okay.
Good manners. Yeah.
Okay. Let's say elite teammates.
Most Hall of Famers played with elite teammates at some point.
Bears.
Intellectual.
I'm supposed to come up here and be like, no, he's not. I'm gonna call this guy an idiot. Yeah. Back him into a corner. Respected relative to his peers
Okay.
in his era.
Right-handed.
That's good. Right-handed. We're gonna go with savior.
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 He said, I'm gonna go with bullshit. I'm gonna throw a Hail Mary.
Is this guy Jesus?
Probably. So I'm gonna say this player is made in God's image. Tell me I'm wrong. 2000.
Okay. Controversy.
I don't even know what that's referencing, but I don't think you're the imposter.
Winner.
Okay, one more round.
Okay.
Then we'll vote.
Okay.
Actually, I think I'm ready to vote. Y'all ready to vote? I don't want to give. I don't know. I think somebody's the imposter, and I don't want to give them any more information against the player. I'm calling a vote.
You want to vote?
Sure.
Donovan is the imposter.
He said sure. You're the imposter. He said sure.
I'm guessing Isaac.
Why am I the imposter?
I don't trust you.
You don't trust me?
I don't trust you.
Donovan, 2 out of 3. Are you the imposter?
I mean, yes.
He said obviously, but do you know the player?
No.
First thing I said was Hall of Famer.
I know. I don't know.
This is Matthew Stafford.
He was trolling you. Then you said athlete. You said white. She immediately bombed your head.
Athlete. Vaunted athlete, Matthew
Yeah.
Stafford.
I said controversy because I'm like, he had the epidural situation.
You said he was a dual sport athlete. That's athletic.
You know why he played baseball as a kid with Clayton Kershaw?
Really?
Every
I
white kid
didn't know
played
that.
baseball,
Yeah.
man. What does that mean?
He went to high school with Clayton Kershaw.
Wait, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Thank you for that new information that I've never been told before.
Yo,
A
he
million
really
times on
hates Matthew
on
Stafford.
every freaking broadcast.
That's funny, man.
That being said, that is the end of this episode. Donovan failed as the imposter. Mo failed as the
I'm not a
imposter.
liar.
I'm a bad liar too, man.
I'm not a deceiver.
Tragic.
With that being said, we will see y'all next week to preview the Super Bowl. Should be a good one.
God, that's gonna be crazy.
Hoping for Patriots, Rams.
Yeah.
Let's get some entertainment. MVP battle.
Let's
Goodbye.
get back up off. Let's do it, man.